party.
I apologize to all the random people that will be viewing this in a few months looking for a copy of Deep Blue Sea.
This is not Deep Blue Sea.
Joke's on you. We're going to talk about it.
If you're watching this, I suggest getting a Netflix account or maybe getting a job and getting an Amazon account.
Yeah. Or just buying the DVD or the Blu-ray. In fact, if you find the DVD, you can probably get it for like 38 cents.
Yep.
They'll probably give it away.
Yeah, they're probably like, oh, you want a DVD?
Take this garbage away from
here.
me.
What is this? We thought they were coasters.
And it'll be better resolution than YouTube, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Go figure.
Go figure. Meh. But anyway, if you're here to watch us, welcome.
Yeah.
If you're here to watch four guys talk shit about Deep Blue Sea for 2 hours, then
I wouldn't call it talking shit.
Oh,
Talk
we're
some
gonna
shit.
talk some shit.
Talk about
We'll talk some
shit.
about it.
Some
Not
shit will
talking
be
shit at it.
bantered around, perhaps.
Yeah. Shit banter.
Banter. Shit banter.
Shit banter. Banterers of shit. That is us.
Write that down for our other podcast.
Yes. A brand new podcast, Banterers of Shit.
Yep.
Oh, that is a pretty sweet poster you found, dude.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I think that poster is better
Like,
than
I
the movie.
hate the one they use for the DVD and all the other stuff.
It's terrible.
Where it's like just her waiting in the water.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Oh man, I gotta tweet this.
Oh, man.
I know.
I got
Yeah.
tweet.
Man, somebody was already waiting. Somebody actually commenting before I can get over to the comments.
Whoa.
I know, right?
Someone's
Hey,
a
it's
big
Pierre.
fan. What?
It's Pierre.
Pierre?
Lucky
Yeah.
Pierre.
Why is his name a license plate?
I'm sure Pierre can.
Actually, his name was
explain
Pierre,
that
but
to
he
you.
couldn't afford a personalized plate. So.
Couldn't afford
Yeah, somebody
a
already
personalized
did it, and he
YouTube.
tried like P13RRE, and it just.
People had that too.
Love that old joke.
Yeah.
P13.
Yeah.
For
No, he couldn't afford a personalized plate, so he became PPT 901.
Yeah.
good times.
Yep. Also, it'd be pretty awesome if that was the license plate number of the license plate that was in the shark's mouth in Deep Blue Sea.
It was.
Dude.
What?
Dude.
He actually just created a YouTube account. That's
Dude.
super subtle reference.
Yeah. And he was waiting for this moment.
This is my moment. I hope they get it.
It all comes down to this.
Oh, somebody tweeting this, I guess? Not me?
Yep, just tweeted it.
I am posting it on the Book of Faces.
Hashtag awesome.
Hashtag 250,000, actually.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Podcast.
Podcast!
Yeah.
Woo!
Woo!
Sorry.
Woo.
Bring that down a notch.
No.
Woo!
Oh man, I still got my spooky nickname on Twitter.
Ha ha!
You're,
Oh, you're that guy.
You're lame.
Oh, you're the worst.
Take down your
man.
fucking Christmas
Just
tree.
delete your account. Delete it. Just.
I don't know what I change it to. Damn.
BJ.
Ooh, that's certainly turkey-ish.
Oh.
It's got to be turkey related.
No.
Yeah,
it
that's
really
what mine is now.
Yeah, yours is Turmaki.
Eating turkey.
Yeah.
T-U-R-K-I.
It should be Nosh Turkey.
No. No, it shouldn't.
It should totally be
No,
Nosh.
I refuse to use the word nosh.
Well,
Oh, is that it?
that's
Yes.
quite a stand you've taken.
Well.
Awful proud of you.
Stop the presses.
Hey, man, I'm a trendsetter.
No, you're actually.
Mackie, stop saying nosh.
Everybody,
Stop saying nosh.
just stop.
Nosh, nosh, nosh.
Well, now that you've said it 100 times, now it sounds really stupid.
Well,
Yeah.
if I say it
I
two
could
more
just say
times,
moist
Candyman will show up
50
and,
Ooh. Moist.
and sit in on the podcast.
Moist nosh.
Oh, now you just made it gross.
Ha!
That's
By the way, Chuck,
Yes,
great
sir?
year. I thought this was a really good year for your 31 and 30.
thanks.
And I'm not. It sounds really uninspired
Totally does.
by my voice, but it was really good.
Yeah.
I tried to use a serious tone of voice.
I appreciate that.
Instead
It was not the worst year ever.
No, it totally was.
Despite what you said.
No, it's the worst.
It was
year
like
ever.
the second worst year ever.
It's the worst.
I'm glad you
season.
talked me into watching Sinister. Thank you for that.
You're quite welcome.
Sinestro?
Yeah,
Did you
Sinestro.
enjoy that?
Yeah, Sinestro von Moondragon was
Yeah,
quite a good movie.
sinuses.
Yeah, I enjoyed Sinestro von Moondragon a lot.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Fuck, do I change my nickname these
It had
days?
Ethan like a hawk.
It did.
Aaron. I mean,
The fuck are you people talking?
I don't know.
We went to Panda one night. Shit
Yeah,
got crazy.
It got a little,
We
got
made a
little
bunch
nuts.
of jokes. Ah,
Something we realized just how funny Sinestro is, as a word is.
no, it's a great word.
It's a Mark Strong word.
Mm-hmm.
Get it? He was Sinestro in that movie.
He was.
That guy that nobody ever goes to see his movies.
Nah,
That guy.
nah.
Anywho, shall we make a podcast? What do you say?
I want to make a podcast.
All right.
How them numbers
Numbers?
Numbers?
on
What
the
numbers?
thing? On the
Like, are we
counter.
dropping-
Are you recording?
Oh yeah.
No, I'm just making sure because
because it's important.
sometimes cards do stupid shit.
They do sometimes do stupid shit. Numbers are going up.
Great.
All appropriate lights are either lit or blinking.
Fantastic.
We are on the YouTube. We are not dropping frames,
Hell yeah.
and I think we're ready to try this new thing called podcast.
It's an amazing day.
I know.
We get to do a podcast.
Are we ready?
Planets align. Yeah.
I'm a little.
Are you? Are you a little nervous?
A little nervous.
You got some stage fright?
Yeah.
A little stage fright?
I'm a little scared.
All right. Well, don't worry. Just just keep talking. It'll
Oh,
eventually come naturally. Don't worry. You can't say something stupid. Someone probably already has at this table. So.
okay.
Have they?
All right. Welcome to the BMFcast.
Hey, BMFcast!
Episode
BMFcast.
250. Nintendo 250.
We made it. We made it. Now we quit.
Yep.
Boom.
We're
Yep,
out.
I'm out.
Later.
Bye.
Fuck it.
I was Harlow.
I was Mackie.
I might be BJ again.
I'm still Chuck.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in case you're joining us somehow in episode 250, let me tell you what we do each and every single week.
Well,
Well, we go in and we watch ourselves a quote-unquote bad movie, right? Then we come in here and
Right.
talk about it for the first half. Then we rate them. Good bad movies, enjoyable bad movies. They get 1 to 5 jocks and robot jocks.
All
Robot
right.
Jocks, the best.
And the bad movies. And stay away. They get a negative sliding scale, 1 to 5 bags and douchebags after Twilight.
Boo, it's pretty bad.
Boo.
It's a bad time.
The best.
Not our
the
kind of
worst.
movie.
No.
No.
Just the worst of the
Worst of the worst.
So, here we are. We're in Sharksgiving still.
Yeah.
Yay, Sharksgiving!
Decided it's 250. We got to bring a big movie.
sharks.
So that would be 1999's Deep Blue Sea.
Hooray!
All right.
You know that movie you've all seen.
Yeah.
For once.
Yeah.
We didn't go some obscure movie. Deep Blue Sea.
Deep Blue Sea.
Deep Blue Sea.
Rennie Harlan.
Acclaimed filmmaker Rennie
Yeah.
Harlan.
Yeah, Thomas Jane. Samuel L. Jackson. Saffron
Now,
Burrows.
did we
Uncle
determine,
J.
is it officially
What?
Rennie Harlan's BMFcast debut with this?
I believe it is.
I think so.
Because everything before this was probably too good. I mean, I watched 12 rounds. We didn't watch the Exorcist prequel.
Oh, God, no.
So,
Oh, you know what?
Huh?
We should probably do a plot summary. We usually do that. All right.
All right.
Just try anything.
eh.
Searching for a cure to Alzheimer's disease, a group of scientists on an isolated research facility become the bait as a trio of intelligent sharks fight back. That's it.
Yeah.
Deep Blue Sea,
Yeah.
episode
Deep Blue
250,
Sea.
Man,
DBS.
it's a movie that we watched.
Again.
Yeah.
So, sharks.
Sharks.
Oh, right. It starts on the Deep Blue Sea.
It does.
Away from the facility. There are some teenagers enjoying their evening on a catamaran.
Are they teenagers?
they
Young,
young people?
attractive people.
Young people
Attractive people.
having
Yeah.
a party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because one dude says to another dude, "Hey, bro, it's a party."
Yeah. It's a party of 4.
Yeah.
They couldn't even get enough people to make it a party of 5. It was a
Well,
party of 4 on a catamaran.
Like, he had to tell him that it was a party.
Right.
He was
Dude.
12 feet away. They're on a catamaran in the middle of the fucking ocean.
bro, dude,
Bro?
you don't know if it's a party until someone goes, "It's a party, bro."
You need party
Oh,
confirmation.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Party
Hey,
confirmation.
Hey, Mackie. Bro,
we have party confirmation. Party of 4, party confirmation.
it's episode 250. Mm-hmm. It's a party, bro.
Not yet.
No?
Oh.
No, it's a fucking party. I just said it.
Okay, yeah, it is.
Yay!
We have party confirmation.
Yeah.
So they're hanging out. They're having a good time.
Let's just send from the Pentagon. Party confirmed.
Hanging out, having a good time. Thinking about having the sex, but then they're like, I don't know, what's this movie rated? I don't know. But, hey, what?
rated R.
Bump. What was that bump? There was
Yeah.
a bump.
They might not have been having sex, but something was bumping down below.
Yep.
1 star, we're in.
If this catamaran's rocking,
It's probably
It's
a
a
shark.
Shark came a knocking. Yeah. Because,
probably doing coke to docking.
you know this is a shark movie. Totally.
Yeah. That's yeah.
That is an old saying, yes.
I got that in a fortune cookie the other day.
So, yes, you know it's a shark movie. The shark is knocking at the bottom of the boat
Yeah.
because that's what happens in a shark
Well,
movie.
there's a party of 4 on the boat.
Uh-huh.
Shark's like, hey, party of 5, guys. And
Yep.
can I join you? Just starts knocking on the boat. And they spend a lot of time like, what was that? Huh? And,
Well, at first there's like there's really loud bumping noise,
yeah.
and like the camera stays perfectly still, the catamaran stays perfectly still, but they're acting like somebody's.
Yeah. They're
They're
like Star
acting.
Trek.
Yeah.
Ah.
Shimmy, 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 shimmy,
This
shimmy.
starts the precedent in this movie of people taking a long time to react to something,
Yeah.
or like reacting to it and then not acting past the reaction, just going, "Hey, what was that? Oh, it's that.
Yeah.
I'm not moving. Why not?
Yeah.
I can't. I'm frozen." But yeah, finally the shark busts through the middle of this catamaran.
Yep. Hey, guys.
And there are some good, yeah, there are some good reaction shots from them because the one dude literally headbutts this chick in the face with the back of his head
Yeah.
because he's
But
like,
then they-
"Oh,
but
damn!"
Then, but then they both fall over.
Yeah, all
Yeah.
4 of them land in the water and really should not have.
And they land in the water like 10 yards from the boat somehow. All of them.
Yeah. Well, and then the shark is 100 feet away. Like, even though the shark was just, face through a boat, has now
He went to
gone
gain
somewhere else.
speed so that he was probably going to jump over the boat.
Yeah.
Because that's sweet. Some
And
shark
also
stuff.
ironic.
Yes. Shark the jump.
Yeah.
What I like about this scene
Yes.
is it kind of negates a lot of the shark's behavior later in the movie.
Oh, because it's kind of dumb right now?
No, but they make a point of saying like, "Oh, the sharks just wanted to get out to the sea," and
Yeah.
it's like they made it,
Yeah.
and they fucked around like right outside of.
Yeah, but they're hungry first and foremost. Got to eat. Go pick up a little snack.
Well, they
They're
probably
in the ocean.
They
Chuck.
probably had this like
They're
Shawshank
in-
thing. They actually got out and then they were like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to survive.
They were institutionalized. It was just
Deep Blue Sea was here.
Yeah, it's like the sharks are actually victorious in the first 5 minutes of the movie.
yeah, they're free.
Was that actually the 3 sharks? Is it Deep Blue and Sea?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I figure because we always say someone is the name of the movie. I assume there's 3 sharks.
Deep blue.
Yeah. So the one that got out was Blue when
Probably.
Blue was here.
Yeah.
C.
Okay. Oh, true.
Hey.
Anyway.
Anyway, so shark's going after
Yeah,
one
shark
of the
is
ladies,
charging. Yes.
and then Thomas Jane is there with the giant gun, shoots the shark.
Harpoons it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Twice.
yeah, and the shark
And the
shark's
shark
just
just
like,
kind of
hey,
sits there.
what the shit?
Yeah, he's like, "Heal."
yeah,
And so they heal, and then he's bringing it back into their big research unit thing.
yep,
Pretty much, yeah. And cut to helicopter landing on the on a skyscraper. Newspaper slams on the desk. And genetic shark escapes or something like that. Had this headline planned.
Yeah.
With font and picture and everything.
yeah.
And
Front page USA Today,
Yeah.
top story. Test shark escapes.
Yep.
Like
almost eats people.
so.
But yeah,
I would think it would have had to have eaten someone to actually make the front page. For
probably.
real.
Yeah, I don't know. 99, there was nothing going on. People didn't give a shit about anything. Sharks, all right.
Yeah, that would have been like sign of the Millennium Apocalypse.
Sharkpocalypse.
but Saffron Burrows is
Y2
there,
shark.
and she has to explain to Samuel L. Jackson and Ronnie Cox, silent Ronnie Cox, sitting in a chair,
I think
much
he
did
was
they
a
pay
puppet.
for him?
I think Samuel L. Jackson was just manipulating him like a puppet.
But he didn't say anything.
That's why he's not a very good puppeteer.
Yeah, I guess.
He's more of an actor.
Yeah.
Every time he tries to throw his voice, it just says "motherfucker."
Yeah, and it's just like we can see your lips moving, Samuel L. Jackson. Just cut Ronnie Cox.
It was the dummy that said "motherfucker."
That's Muppet fucker.
You fuck Muppet.
And that voice sounds just like you, Samuel.
No reason, motherfucker.
But yeah, so there's just, like, how dare you? The shark can't escape. That's terrible. We're cutting your funding.
Yeah.
And she's just like, do you know anybody with Alzheimer's and understand what we're doing? And Samuel Jackson's like, no, I don't.
I don't
Nope.
remember anybody.
And she's like, well, it's bad, and then we're going to do good things and fix it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, well,
Whatever.
Since you put it that way,
okay.
she's like, give me 48 hours.
I'll come check out
And
your
then another
operation."
48 hours
Yeah.
with Nick Nolte.
Yep. So they get on a helicopter and...
And apparently, somewhere there was a conversation where he's like, I'm coming with you
Yeah.
to supervise because
Right.
I'm in this movie.
Yep. And then he's on the chopper. He's like, that was quite a speech back there. Let's go see your sharks and stuff.
Yeah. And then it's land on the Aquatica, the floating platform, and all of its Jurassic Parky wannabe splendor where, they have their landing shot and, look at the majesty of this floating thing. It's on the sea.
The point we kept doing we kept doing the Jurassic Park theme whenever
Yeah.
there was an establishing shot of anything.
Yeah.
Well, plus, like, people say welcome to and then something
Yeah.
at least 3 times. So it just invites you to
And
do
none of
that.
them said Jurassic
No,
Shark.
no,
No.
they just
No,
welcome
no,
to Aquatica.
Halloween just passed. My Halloween costume for this year was John Hammond. So I've been listening to the fucking Jurassic Park soundtrack
I
for
bet you have.
a week.
I love Mad Men.
I drank a lot of scotch. But yeah, it's just been like, welcome to Jurassic Park. So that kind of made it a little bit more crazy for me,
And
personally.
so then we made a joke like 4 more times tonight.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. yeah.
Drive that home.
It was there
It was there
still
already.
still fresh in my head. I appreciated
But
it.
I like that Samuel Jackson's like basically the guy who's funding all of them. And he shows up on the boat, and immediately he's like Dan Haggerty in Elves. Someone's just like, "Oh, you're here, huh? Great, sweet, nice to meet you."
Yeah.
Dick.
Yeah,
Yeah, suits are the
yeah.
worst.
Thanks for all the money, suit.
Yeah.
The
Thanks for
$200 million.
paying my salary, suit.
Yeah.
He's for hiring a felon.
Yeah. They're all pretty awful to him.
Yeah,
But then one lady's, I guess, supposed to be his chaperone because he gets stuck with her for a while.
Yeah.
Like, let me take you around this motley crew that's probably going to be surly to you.
Yeah. Let's introduce you to everyone that you've seen in a million other
see
things.
all those people over there? They're not going to be in the movie because they're going home for the weekend.
Yeah. There's like 20 people like, bye! Getting on a boat this weekend. Skeleton
over
crew
there,
to do your
sir,
important
sir not
experiment.
appearing in this movie.
Yeah. So-
unpaid extras.
yeah. It's like, sorry, you're going to do your most important work over the
Yelling
weekend.
doesn't count as a line. Good luck with your SAG card.
So yeah, they're all leaving, and then it's again like the one of the things this movie does is like a lot of people feel like they were brought in at some other point in time to be in this movie because Janice from The Sopranos is hanging out in the communications tower. Never has a single human act. Oh no, she does. She goes to the party,
Yeah,
the party is when most of the people who
yeah.
don't interact with each other interact with
but
each
she's like most of the time she's in the tower, kind of talking to nobody.
other. Yeah. She's
so-
the DJ.
Yeah, so she's in this movie, and then like Stellan Skarsgård is like his introduction is he's pissing into the wind, as Samuel L. Jackson points out about. Oh, that's our scientist guy. He's super brilliant, and
Yeah.
he's outside
into the
pissing into the wind.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thomas Jane is like, hey, our introduction to Thomas Jane is he's swimming with a shark that they just brought in, like a tiger shark.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, it's got a license plate in his mouth. But rather than like take care of it while it's on the hoist, he decides to jump in the water, swim with the shark, do this maneuver, which will probably pay off later. And,
Maybe.
and like get on its back and rip the license plate out of his mouth and then jump out of the water. Like, ta-da!
Yeah.
They don't want to eat us. It's typical,
Yeah.
movie like this. Like, sharks don't want to eat people.
Nah.
They just want to be our friends.
Right.
And
Sharks are people,
occasionally
too.
Yeah.
take bites out of us. But, it's cool. So,
Well, because Samuel Jackson's walking by and he sees Thomas Jane in the water. He's like, guy in the
hey.
water, shark in the water. Hey. And everyone's just like, tra-la-la, whatever. He does that.
yeah.
And then, so he pulls
Yeah.
out. Thomas Jane's like, man, you are crazy.
Mm-hmm.
You're a crazy guy. Samuel L. Jackson is super laid back, like through
Oh,
the
yeah.
first half of this movie. He's just like wearing sweaters and just like, well, golly, this is a neat operation you guys have here.
I probably should have known
Yeah,
a little bit more about it since I paid for all of it, but maybe. Just,
yeah,
He's like, I didn't survive Jurassic Park. I should be fine this time, though.
yeah.
Well, they've,
yeah,
they've
but-
also concocted this backstory that he was in some kind of shit in the Alps.
Yeah.
He was in an avalanche.
Avalanche, yeah, he survived
And
a
so
thing.
he's a survivor.
Yes, he knows a thing or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and may as well note the license plate that he yanks out of the mouth is the same license plate as in Jaws.
okay.
Because, of course, it is.
Why not?
Why not? We'll touch.
Nah.
Yeah.
Unnecessary referential garbage.
Yes. Also, the subtitle to our podcast.
Yes.
Also, the subtitle
Truth
to all
hurts.
my jokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's just kind of like here's your ragtag people. Oh, and Michael Rappaport's there too. I don't know
because he's a scientist.
He's the tech guy. Oh, and also like another person who's kind of almost in a different movie is LL Cool J is the cook.
He is the most obviously...
but he's also kind of crucial to the plot, so it's strange.
yeah,
anyway,
but he has a lot of scenes that
Yes, he
aren't.
does.
Well, it
With
seems
nobody.
like he was in it late, and they said, we need more Samuel L.
yeah,
And then so they shot a bunch of stuff with just Samuel L. later on.
yeah.
That's got to be how it feels. Because,
Maybe,
early on, he's introduced, and he's just hanging out in the kitchen
Yeah,
with his bird.
He's got a parrot that
Bird.
talks and says inappropriate things.
Yep.
Haha.
Bird's like, "Hey, dad ass," and he's like, "You shut up, Bird." Ha ha ha.
So yeah, that's basically your motley crew of this place.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. They give him a tour and take him through the station. And like, this is where we do this, and this is where we do this, and we see Saffron Burrows like practicing this. She has this model shark where she's going to extract the brain fluids out of it, and so she's practicing on this little rubber, model shark thing.
Looks like a real shark brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Like, I think they even make it make squishy noises when she pokes it with their
it's,
thing.
the
Yeah.
implication is later that it's just a model or something. I don't
guess.
know.
It seemed weird.
Whatever.
It seemed
It's-
highly detailed.
Okay.
But what she just had an exposed brain shark in her office, so
Yeah.
whatever.
But
Well, it wasn't exposed. She went over and took the cover off
That's
of her
true,
brain
yeah.
shark.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I think it was a model and she was practicing.
Weird.
Because they very clearly said this won't work unless we have a bigger brain shark. Which is
Right.
part of the plot. But
Yes.
We're going to need a bigger brain.
Yes,
Yeah.
we're going to need a bigger brain.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just here's all the rooms that do this thing. Here's LL Cool J being wacky.
Here's
Here's
a birthday party for
well,
lady.
Well, Rappaport and Thomas Jane are like theorizing about how the shark got out. Did he leave the gates open? How tall are the fences? Did it maybe jump over the fence? How did it get out? All this kind of stuff. Where
Yep.
he's supposed to be a technician or
Mm-hmm.
something. But yes, they call Dr. Saffron up to the top. I don't know what her name is. Doesn't matter.
Dr. Saffron.
Samantha.
Dr.
Sure.
Frankenstein?
What was her name?
Dr. McAllister.
Dr.
I know,
Susan
but-
McAllister.
Susan. Yeah, because they kept calling her Susie. That was what it was.
Okay.
Anyway, but yeah, they call her up to the top and shoot off flares, and she's like, "What is it?" And then, yay, birthday party! And this is like the rap party, probably because this is where everybody's that's actually in the movie is in the same scene together.
Yeah.
Because it very rarely happens any other time in the movie.
Nope.
But this is like when Ada Turturro and all of the people that are in like their own little worlds are
Yeah.
now together in this.
Yeah, it's the only time she has any interaction with anybody. But yeah, it's just, hey, there's cake.
Yeah, they're having their party, and there's a little bit of LL Cool J talking to Samuel L. Jackson, telling him, let stupid white people go up in the mountains.
Yeah.
Why are you messing with that?
Right.
Samuel's like, because I'm Samuel L. Jackson.
Mhm.
You dumb
Yeah.
fuck.
A bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
You dumb fuck.
My skis are the ones that say
Yeah.
bad motherfucker.
I have a purple lightsaber. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, so it's just I don't know. It's supposed to lighten the mood or something, but then it's like then it becomes weird because there's this part where Saffron Burrows and Thomas Jane go off together, and she gets all threatening to him of like, "Oh, you have a pat." Well, I think first Samuel Jackson confronts him and says something about like, "Hey, I hear you had 2 years in Leavenworth, blah blah blah, piracy or something, or smuggling."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smuggling because that makes him
Smuggling.
seem roguish like Han Solo, I
Yes.
guess. But
Yeah.
anyway, it's just like they have this
victimless
kind of
crime,
thing
smuggling.
where he's like, "I'm not here to rock the boat," all puns intended because this movie's full of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, they just kind of have the staring thing, like, "All right, I got my eye on you," and then she like kind of threatens him too because like, "What are you gonna do? Make waves?" Ha.
Yeah.
Because where else are you gonna get a job with your record? So this birthday party kind of turns dark. Like it's just like,
Yeah.
well, that was That was light for a moment.
Yeah, it establishes that Dr. Susan is an unlikable lady.
Boo.
Yeah, but wasn't it because she do that because he was kind of like, how'd the shark figure out how to do this?
Sure, yeah, he was starting
Yeah.
to piece it together, and she was like, "You stop piecing it together right now, Mr.
Yeah.
Criminal.
Yeah, only the shark's gonna have brains. You
Yeah,
stop it.
You stop that. I'll pay you to think."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pay you to
Stop being
shark
a bad
whisperer.
man.
Yeah.
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 So then it's like right to major procedure, right? Like this is like right away. It's like fuck
Well,
it.
no, they do a thing first where Thomas Jane goes out and they kind of release the tiger shark to interact with the other sharks. And
Oh, they eat it, yeah.
They just fucking demolish it.
But they're also hunting in packs.
Yeah. And he's like,
Yeah, that's not.
that's odd.
That's not right.
Yeah.
Plus,
But-
I think he also points. No, that's when he goes to
That's-
round up the shark. Yeah,
Yeah, that's later.
But because like this movie is there is also a giant tropical storm / hurricane moving in on the facility because
Right.
why not?
Yes. So just to be clear,
Yeah.
the
There's
entire crew is gone.
The entire crew is gone. There's a ticking clock down to 48 hours, or the whole place is shut down.
Yep.
The,
They have to prove
the CEO is there, like
Yes.
looking over the shoulder and micromanaging.
Yeah, they have to prove to him that what they're doing is relevant, so they have to do the most important procedure during this weekend with the skeleton crew and a hurricane bearing down on them.
Yes.
You know, this movie, I just realized, this movie is Jurassic Park in the sea.
Yes,
That's
Oh, yeah.
all it is.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes. Nature points out the folly of men.
Again and again.
Yeah.
But, like, why you have this hundreds of millions of dollars facility in the middle of fucking nowhere,
yeah.
and you can't tell that the time to go there, or you can't tell that when a giant storm is bearing down on
Hey,
your facility
those things are
is
tricky.
not the time to go there?
Yeah.
No,
No. Everyone knows hurricanes just pop up overnight.
Yep.
Right.
It's like, oh
They have
god.
no lead time whatsoever.
Yeah. It's,
Even in 1999,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we had some weather predicting
No, man. They
technology.
spring from the head of the earth fully formed.
yeah.
Oh, that's what it is. I'm sorry, I
They
forgot.
just, poof, and there they are.
Yeah,
They're ready to walk within 5 minutes.
Yep.
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah.
crazy. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that-
so they've stacked the deck against themselves.
yes,
Needless to say.
there are some obstacles. Yeah. So Thomas Jane basically goes down and
Yeah, he has to get a
Tranquilizes
shark. Yeah,
one
he
of
has
the-
to get a shark sedated so they can get it up
Yeah.
there and suck its brain.
right.
Yeah.
You know,
And
they can friggin' I come in peace that thing.
now they've got these like titanium fences in this little crawl space that he can go through the tanks and everything safely, supposedly. But
Yeah.
they both sharks like crunch in like they're gonna we're gonna eat you.
Yep.
And they're like, well, that's weird. They've never done that before. And also he pulls out his little spear gun thing and they back up.
Yep.
And all the scientists, even Samuel L. Jackson, is like, they just recognized the gun, and everyone's like, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
worry
Also,
about it.
sharks can't swim backwards.
Don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Stellan Skarsgård especially
he
is
goes-
just like, don't worry about that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, stay on target.
Yeah. It's like,
Like,
nah.
wait, no, dude,
It's like, wait, no,
something not natural
they
just happened.
recognized a gun. Nah.
Nah.
No big deal. Let's suck this shark's brain. Let's get in there.
Yeah,
So yeah, they bring in the shark and
Well-
strap it down and,
well,
and
before they get there,
yeah.
the sharks all eat the cameras where they're
Oh, that's
trying to
right,
watch
yeah.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
because they don't know what's going. So because they're like, oh god, I don't know what's happening.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
I lost camera 1.
Yeah.
You know, Michael Rappaport's like, I lost camera 2.
Right.
And then
Oh, yeah,
they
'cause
see the
there's-
last camera, they see the shark jaws go.
Yeah.
Again, not phased by this.
No.
not
Yeah, they're like,
the sharks
That's
just ate
odd.
all the cameras.
Yeah.
Also, we can't raise Thomas Jane on the
Right, he's not
radio
responding.
because he has now devised this scuba tank distraction thing.
Yeah. And not only that, like even when they started this procedure, the first thing Michael Rappaport says is, "We've got zero visibility.
Yeah.
None. Let's proceed." It's like, what? All of these things are the worst idea.
Yes.
And none of the details you're getting are any better. Nothing is getting any better. Sharks are recognizing guns,
yeah.
hunting in packs, swimming backwards. It's fucking chaos.
Motherfucker should have turned around.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
the minute two of them were after him, like
Yeah.
they knew they were hunting in packs.
That was
Clever
my thing.
girl.
Is it's like why
Um,
why stay out there? Why didn't he just like, you know what? Let's just do this another time.
Because the
they
lady
knew
threatened
they
him.
knew it took 2 tranquilizer darts to stop the other one.
Yeah.
Like,
They're dumb. They're dumb
Science.
scientists. They're dumb.
why are scientists so dumb?
I don't know. because half of them in this movie are pretty, so you can't have one without the other for some reason.
They didn't
It's a
stop. to
weird
think if they
balance.
Should.
Oh man, the movies are trying to stop progress by painting scientists out because it ruins funding. Follow the money.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Hashtag
So anyway,
follow the money.
he does bring the shark in eventually because he tricks it with he's rigged up his scuba tank somewhere, and then the shark just chomps it and it starts thrashing around, and that's when he shoots it in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Tranks it. They bring it up, and they're like, "All right, now it's time to suck his brain."
Yeah, and they've got it strapped in.
Yeah, they got it strapped in, and as she's putting the laser thing on its head,
Yeah.
it suddenly is like, "Ah!" bucks out, and they're like, "Was that supposed to happen?" They're like,
Never mind.
Yeah,
Just keep going.
Everything is like, "Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not a warning sign. Don't worry."
Yeah.
It's like,
This means nothing.
Yeah. So like
No big deal.
they stab it in the brain, and it doesn't do anything. But then Thomas Jane pours some water on it, and it goes rah.
yeah,
And again, just nah, it's okay.
yeah, we're cool.
Just-
Oh, he
suck-
actually jokes like, bad dream?
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. So they suck out his brain goo, put it in a little vial. They're like, "Fuck yeah, look at
Yeah.
this brain goo we
Shark
got."
yeah,
juice.
and they put it on like Alzheimer's brain cells.
I
or
don't know.
Something.
It's just a chunk of brain that they have there, not in any kind of protective anything. Just a chunk
Yeah.
of brain.
Yeah, it's just sitting in a petri dish.
Yeah, and they're like, "Let's do this." And like, first of all, you still got a shark like in the room.
yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and let that thing go back out? But no, they're just like, "Quick, we gotta let's
Yeah.
do this. Let's squirt this shit on the
Maybe
brain."
They need more brain juice.
Yeah. So they watch the little brain monitor and brain things happen, and they're all just like, "Fuck yeah, brains, woo!" And
Yeah.
high five, and just like, "We
Yeah.
cured shit." And Samuel L. Jackson's like, "Good job, you guys are
All
all
right.
right. This
You
stuff
can
is
keep
neat.
doing whatever the fuck you're doing.
I'm
down
gonna
here.
keep giving you money." And yeah, so Stellan Skarsgård is sort of like,
He decides to light a cigarette.
yes,
We find out that the shark is vehemently anti-smoking.
very much anti-smoking, because the shark's just like, "Hey, I'm gonna bite your fucking
Yeah.
arm off."
Or maybe
He
the
saw
shark
those
just
truth ads.
maybe the shark hadn't had a cigarette in a while and just
I need
real
that.
Bad, yeah,
Give that to
real
me.
Bad Nick fit, just like because he bites the arm with the cigarette.
Yes,
just,
he does.
"Ow."
Yep.
We've all been there.
And then the movie, like, it does this a lot, but this is like the first real heavy instance of super slow motion.
Oh yeah.
Like, this movie is probably 90 minutes without the super slow motion that it uses from this point on, but
Oh, because, yeah, he goes flopping over, one arm style.
Yeah.
Thomas Jane is like, musket shotgun.
Yeah.
And Saffron Burr is like, no, don't shoot shark.
yeah. But like, they've got a shotgun in the back of a medicine cabinet or something that he's got to break open. And so he's going
In
over to
case of
shoot it.
emergency,
Yeah, break
glass,
glass.
shotgun.
So she hits the big button to release the shark, which is what they should have done in the first place. But then they're like, "Oh dear God, he's missing an arm."
Yes.
So, and they're all just like, "We're not actual doctors. What do we do?"
Yeah. And meanwhile,
We're not even scientists.
yeah. Meanwhile, keep in mind, hurricane outside.
Yes.
Yeah, they apparently don't know this, or they're not.
No, they
they're not,
knew.
No, they know.
They knew. They
Yeah,
didn't
I don't
give a fuck.
think they're aware it's as bad as it is out there because
Okay.
No.
they strap him to the gurney,
Yeah.
one arm Stella, and like start wheeling him up, and but when the doors open up, they're just like, "Holy fuck!"
Yeah.
He needed some
it's-
Stellan arms guard.
Yes, that guy.
See you
that
later,
guy.
Had fun podcast.
We're done here.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I mean, the doors open up, and they're just like, "Fuck." Okay, weather, and
Yeah.
like.
Okay,
I don't know
weather.
who they called, but they radioed up to Janice up in the tower
Yeah.
to get somebody. But like there was a helicopter there like immediately. Like
Oh yeah, she was like Mayday, and all of a sudden it was cut to a helicopter. Like, we're on our way, even though this is some crazy shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where that helicopter was.
Nah.
This facility looked like it was probably 200 miles off the coast of anything.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's a ship out there. Whatever. It doesn't matter. Movie. So like CG helicopter is there.
Yeah.
They're wheeling him out, and just tidal waves are coming over the side of this thing, and they're trying to hook him into the air hook thing that's coming off the bottom of the helicopter sky hook thing.
And they're just being bashed around with water, and they finally get him hooked, and they're just like, "Go!"
yeah. And they all just kind of like run back inside and are like, all right, fuck it, you're on your own, bye.
Well, no, they all get hit with a wave first.
Oh, yeah, they
like
do.
as soon as they hook him on, just like they get murdered by a wave.
Yeah. But they all crawl back in. They're all fine. And
Yeah.
he's like dangling under the helicopter. They're trying to lower him up. And they're all like, well, we got to go. Weather's shitty. We'll be
Yeah.
inside.
We're not going to stay out here.
And
Nothing
then
we
the
could do.
winch just stops working for
Yep.
no particular reason.
Yep, just reverses course.
Because you'd think
plot.
Yep.
you'd think he'd be lighter with less arm. but
Yeah.
Yes, you
it
would think.
still jams.
Yes.
So then suddenly he drops it. It cuts loose, and suddenly he's going down in the water.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we know what's happening.
Sure.
But suddenly the helicopter is getting dragged along, and it starts tearing up the dock, everything with this wire.
Uh-huh.
And then basically crashes into the side of Janice's tower.
Yes.
And that thing blows up. We get to see Ada Turturro thrown back into the camera from a huge-ass explosion. Mm-hmm. Which then...
Well, this is like
makes-
stage one of like
Yeah.
of a 20-stage
Yeah.
explosion.
Because that's just the helicopter exploding.
Yeah.
This one explodes. Her communications tower explodes.
Mm-hmm.
This sends sparks over to the fuel tanks by the plane, which explode.
Yep.
The plane explodes.
Yep.
Yeah, and then the plane explodes.
And then anything else that's there that could
Yeah.
explode also explodes.
Basically, anything that's on the surface of the water around this thing explodes.
Yes. Yeah.
It was gasoline on top. It had risen to the top.
Yeah.
Everything else below.
Yep.
Just, I mean, they're knocked around, but like, you know, they're like trying to get to the cameras and figure out what the hell is going on. Oh, they get downstairs and get to the monitor just in time to see the helicopter crashing into the communications
Yes.
tower.
Yeah.
Like they got down
Yeah.
just in time to see
Like,
that.
all right, let's see what's going on out there. Oh,
Oh,
dear
God.
God.
oh, fuck.
Yeah.
And then also,
So it's 5 minutes of explosions and, you know,
Star
cardboard
Trekking
falling
all
on
over the yes.
Yeah.
And,
And then Samuel L. Jackson looks up and he's like, "Tell me I'm not seeing this." And everyone goes, "Huh?" And this leads to another, let's stand here for a few minutes reacting to something instead of doing something.
yeah.
As cut to a shark pushing
This is
Stellan Skarsgård's
the best.
gurney or whatever it is, and basically flat out chucks it at their glass window.
Yep. It's like, suck on this.
Yeah, and then just swims away, and him with his little mask on, like giving the eyes, like.
Well, it's even better because like it's right in the face of the lady that we assume is his wife or girlfriend or whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
Lab
they're
partner.
laughed somehow. They're linked somehow. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just like, you know.
She's freaking the fuck out.
Oh yeah, but it's like it's just like it's right to her first. So like she's
Yeah.
one right in the center of the.
But here's the most important thing that's happening right now. The glass is breaking.
Yes.
Oh yeah, it immediately starts cracking, and you can see it spider webbing
Yeah.
all over.
And they're just standing there looking at it.
a big chunk of it falls out.
Yeah, it comes flying at their faces,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh well."
Samuel
oh,
Jackson's like, we should probably leave now, and they're like, oh yeah,
Let's go.
well, maybe.
And they still keep waiting until the fucking thing breaks.
Until he's like, move, motherfuckers.
Yeah, and just water comes in, and whoever, like, half of the actors, half of the stunt people are just blown away by the millions of gallons of water that rush into
Yeah.
this set, because they're trying to get up the stairs, and like whoever was doubling Thomas Jane, that guy probably died because he gets pushed off into nothing, into nowhere. But they all make it up the stairs to wherever, shut a door.
Yeah, and then this happens often where they're trying to shut the
Shut out the water.
just
Just stop the water.
The pressure lock doors.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, but no. I mean, this is one of the, I mean, not to get all super sciencey or anything in a movie about fucking
ahead.
sharks with Alzheimer's heads,
Mm-hmm.
but
No, they didn't have the Alzheimer's. They had the anti-Alzheimer's.
okay.
head.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like anti-AIDS day.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, anti-AIDS research.
But yeah, like they shut so many doors that have just water pouring through them. That's like no.
This one's
physically-
semi-feasible. The one later was like no.
Yeah.
Fucking possible.
Right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of also like if you count the number of times where they enter a room that gets depressurized or pressurized or whatever, like their eardrums are just like scattered all over this this whole thing.
Should have been, especially in that one scene later.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like their whole bodies should have been. They should have been like that dude in License to Kill in the fucking sub. They'd just be all over the place.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of water rushing into areas.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, LL Cool J has just been like, "Huh, what's
Yeah.
going on?" Because he heard the explosions, he got knocked over.
Yeah.
All his food his pate got messed up, and his meringue fell, and he was pissed. So
Yeah.
he's just wandering around the halls with his bird, going, "What's
hell's-
going on, man?"
The hell was that?
The souffle was about to rise.
Yeah.
But he sees the water on the floor, and
Yeah.
then starts seeing the ting ting of pipes bursting or whatever,
Yeah.
or screws coming loose, and
rivets.
rivets. There
Well,
you
the
go.
bird's
riveting.
like, fuck this.
Yeah, the bird takes off on him. He's
Yeah.
like, "Bird,
Yeah.
no, bird."
And he just starts climbing some stairs. The stairs are basically growling at him.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, well, I guess I'll just keep walking. And then just tidal weight of water comes down and murders him too. It's just like stunt double for him is just flying down the hallway. Just
It looked kind of fun though.
It did a lot of the
except
being
for the
pushed
falling
by,
down the stairs part where he
Sure.
Oh, yeah,
like,
he does get his-
down the stairs.
but like pushed down hallways by water.
Yes.
That looked kind of fun. Like
That part
I would
fun,
have
sure.
Yeah, the stair part though, he got stared to the spine.
Yeah.
pretty much.
yeah. Yeah. So that's happened.
And then it's like he's basically. We'll skip to like the next scene. He's like waist deep in water, calling for his bird.
yeah.
Bird, bird.
And this is one of many scenes where he is just alone. Like
Yes.
there's no other cast members. He's
Right.
just doing his own thing.
Talking to himself, talking to
Yeah.
the bird, whatever.
But I guess that's a little bit later. But it doesn't really matter. We'll cover it now.
Okay.
The timing of the rest of this is just like they're in waist deep water, running for their lives from the sharks.
Yeah.
The order that happens in, not that important.
No.
But his scene is basically he's wading through the water looking for his bird. Just his only lines for about 5 minutes are bird,
Come on, bird.
and you keep hearing like it's intentionally like the bird. The direction of where the bird is shifting even for us, the audience.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, where the fuck is the bird? But like it's coming out of the rear speakers and all over. But anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like he's looking for bird, and immediately behind him you see shark like charge at him, and there's no way he gets away from the shark in this hallway, but he does in the movie. It's just like the first shot. It's like the shark's 10 feet away, and
Yeah.
he's walking through the water.
Well, that's just one thing we have to accept about this
Yes.
movie to enjoy this movie is it's all the dramatic timing of things is like no.
Yeah.
Like when you think about it in a logical form, it's like no, they're not escaping that water when that thing busted. They were all fucking crushed to death. No, he's not outrunning a shark that, when it bites someone, it tears them apart. It's not like, oh, well, it hurt his leg a little bit. It's like, no.
Yeah.
Well, like
There's just a lot of that sort of timing where it's like, nah.
Well, last week it's funny because like last week's movie, a lot of people point to it and say they talk about the constantly changing size of the shark, especially towards the end.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't change that much. The shark in this movie changes a fucking lot.
Yeah, it just depends on whatever space.
Because
they're
like the very first time they take Samuel L. Jackson to see the genetically enhanced shark tank, which is not the one. It's illustrated that like Thomas Jane was swimming in the normal shark tank, still hanging onto a very large shark, and it's like, no,
Yeah.
that's just normal sharks. Look over here, and the silhouette that goes by is like looks like an 80-foot shark. I mean,
Yeah.
it's crazy. Like a submarine just went by
Yeah.
underneath there. But then the shark's going down a normal hallway in a underwater research facility, which probably shouldn't be spacious. Those underwater things are kind of cramped. But
Yeah.
anyway, saying this movie,
They spared no
Yeah.
expense.
this movie is a bigger budget movie, and it kind of does that worse.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anywho, he was chased by the shark, gets away, and I guess he rounds a corner because he
He gets into the kitchen.
gets into a kitchen, but then there was like two doors because we get shark vision outside. Like the shark's like, I don't know, do you go in this door or go in this
Yeah.
door? This door or this door?
Because he's
And-
picked up a frying pan. He's
Yeah.
gonna fucking hit that shark in the face if he comes in there. But shark just keeps going.
No, the shark went in the other, went
Yeah.
to the left when he went in the right, I guess. And so he sees it through the glass, but then like he finds the bird, right? I think, or
He's trying to climb up higher,
Yeah.
just to get above the water line.
Yeah, and
and the
that's-
bird is
yeah, we get
it's
it
bird
act-
scare.
Bird scare.
We actually get a bird scare.
Yeah. And the bird like lands on a pot that's floating in the water, and he's like, "Oh God!" And so he
Come
climbs
here,
back
bird.
down to get the bird, and shark comes out and eats the
Right.
bird. He's
Yes.
like, "Oh!"
Straight up eats that bird.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bird. And so he falls in the water. The bookcase lands on him. I guess that ends that bit for that little period of time.
Well, not really, because then he has to climb in the oven.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Because
if
the
that was
shark
later.
immediately
No,
no,
it's
the
all
shark
the same
immediately
part.
comes
Okay.
back and is like, "Hey man, there's my appetizer.
Yeah.
Time for the main course."
Right. Yeah, so he climbs in the oven. It's like, "Ha ha! You can't get
Yeah.
me in here, stupid shark."
And then smart shark knows how to operate a fucking oven.
yeah, turns that oven
Smart
on.
shark flat out.
I think
First time looking at oven.
I don't think the shark really turned it. I think the
No,
shark was
he
just
did.
smashing the fuck out of it.
He was an Alzheimer's shark. He knew how to do it.
All right.
right. Yes.
Smart shark.
I will
Smart
not
shark.
argue this.
Yeah.
Smart shark, maybe. Alzheimer's shark?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, so he turns the oven on
Yeah.
and starting
And
to
Samuel.
get
I keep calling him Samuel. For God's
LL.
sake. LL.
There's two
It's all
L's
these
in his
L's.
name.
Yeah. LL is just like, you fucking kidding me, right?
yeah.
Well, because he turns on the gas, he doesn't like hit the
no.
ignite button because it's a gas
Yeah.
stove.
Yeah. But yeah, he's got a little hatchet, and so he's breaking through the roof to get out of that, and he's coughing, and the gas is making him woozy, and he's just saying things, just like, "Ah, stupid shark, I'm just gonna get out of here, and how dare you? And
Well, I like that in any other movie, him hitting the roof of the oven would have caused a spark and
Yes.
immediately set that place off.
Absolutely.
But in this movie, because that was not what we wanted to have happen,
Right.
it's safe to do that.
yeah, that's what I kept figuring was going to happen. It's like, well, obviously, metal, you're going to spark that thing, and this
Right.
whole thing's going up. But
No, not
No.
in this movie.
yeah, no. So he gets out.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
he gets
like,
into the
basically
upper.
just dives over the
Yeah.
shark.
Yeah,
Yeah, he gets into the upper oven. Like, door falls out. He kind of just rolls over the shark, and then somehow gets across the room, and the shark doesn't notice that he's gotten out of the oven.
Yeah.
And does this, lights the Zippo, throws it at the oven, and it kind of blows up the shark.
Yeah, and he says, "This is for my bird,"
yep.
Yeah.
Shark blows up.
and then blows that room the hell up,
Yep.
Yeah.
killing himself in the process.
Not.
In theory.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So okay, that's a large chunk of LL Cool J business that's
Yeah.
going on.
I also
in this
want to
movie.
point out that he is the only one that apparently Rennie Harlan told him that the water was cold.
Yeah.
Because everyone else has just been doused in all the water. He is walking around like he's got hypothermia.
Yes.
And he hasn't been in the water nearly as much as everybody else.
Now they mention later that the water's super cold. That's when they're changing into wetsuits, but they don't. No one ever acts like the water's
No,
cold.
he's just like,
Yeah, he's freezing. But anyway, so
Yes.
back to where the other characters are. They have.
I'm saying that's another thing that supports the like he's alone and in a different movie.
Yeah, it just seems like you're cold. This
Yeah.
water's freezing. So the other characters have all confronted Scientist Lady. They're like, "What the shit? Why are these sharks like doing this?"
Or Samuel L. Jackson. I almost started the other way around. Jesus. Samuel L. Jackson basically straight out goes, "Okay, seriously, what's up with these sharks? How are they this smart?" He recognized the gun. They swam backwards. What the fuck's up? And she's like, "Oh, you know that code of something or other that we said we didn't violate? Yeah, I totally violated that.
Yeah.
We enlarged their brains.
What do they
'cause-
call it? The Harvard Order.
Yeah,
and
something.
also the Chimera. That was the company that he
Yeah,
worked
the
for.
Chimera
Chimera
code.
principle.
Yeah, but she's like, yeah, I totally violated that because their brains weren't big enough to harvest whatever. So we had to enlarge their brains. And I guess it made them smarter too.
Yeah.
and everyone's just like, what?
Thanks a lot, lady.
I'm assuming
You
Stellan
probably
Skarsgård.
shouldn't have said that.
I was assuming Stellan Skarsgård knew this, but
Oh, absolutely.
he's dead
That-
now
yeah,
at this
yeah.
point.
That's why he was like, no, don't worry about that.
I guess. But I'm saying like everybody else was like, what?
Yeah.
How we didn't know this.
Yeah, no.
Even other scientist lady was like, what?
She's like, you bitch. How dare you? Yeah, she's not happy. They all
No.
want to murder her, but then like sharks start opening doors and shit. 'Cause there's one door that they're like, what's that knocking? Mm-hmm. And they go over to investigate, and then that's when all
Canagram.
the rivets start shooting out of the door, and like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
Well, that's the reason Samuel L. was like, "That was a shark at the door, right?"
yeah.
Yeah.
Because like I think Saffron Burrows is just like, "Oh, it could be some equipment banging around."
Yeah.
But it's like on a regular interval directly into the door.
Yeah.
Nah.
And
also
now,
kind of threatening to knock it off the hinges. Yeah, I don't think so.
nah.
Yeah.
But no, they is this where they find their way into the sub room magically? Like,
Yeah, that's their plan. Is apparently they
Yeah.
can't get someplace because I mean this is a disaster movie crossed with
Right.
Yeah, it becomes a silent
Slasher
adventure.
movie
It's
kinda.
just like we got to follow this map to get over here.
We've got to go
'cause this
down
thing goes-
lower in order
Yeah.
to get back up because flooding and
Right.
whatever.
Yeah, but they're basically going to go where the submersible can fit two of them in it, and they'll go back and forth. Some they'll just keep shuttling.
so
Good
there's,
plan.
there's a lion and who can you take at the same?
So there's a
Right,
there's
yeah.
a sack of grain,
Right.
there's a chicken, and a wolf, and you have one boat, and you have to get the shark to the chicken and the wolf.
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no jumping.
No.
So yeah, but they get down there, and that's like this is where they pretty much have the big confrontation of like, okay, you bitch, what are we gonna do? And also the subs fuck somehow, I guess, because of thousands of explosions.
Yeah, it
also
fell
including
and
LL
broke.
Cool J's explosion. Too.
Yes.
L and broke.
Yeah.
So they're like, well, the subs fucked, so what do we do? And Samuel L. Jackson's like attempting to take charge at this point. He's like, put on these wetsuits. If we have to swim for it, we have to swim for it, but also to help with the hypothermia because apparently water maybe is actually cold. And this is the
But yeah, they're just arguing. Like,
Yeah.
well, Michael Rappaport's like, "Fuck you, I'm not going in the water," and then the other girl's like, "Well, why don't you just send her down because she's the bitch who got us into this?" And they're just all
Right.
screaming at each other.
But I think they get like to the halfway point of Samuel L. Jackson telling them, "Okay, everyone suit up," and then I think that's when the scene is broken by LL Cool J's explosion because then the room is shaking around even more, and that's when Michael Rappaport's like, "No, fuck this! I'm just sitting here and waiting for someone to come. This
we'll
is
get rescued.
bullshit."
Yeah. Thomas Jane's like, you're the scientist guy. What happens with too much pressure and too much
Yeah.
water? And he's like, collapse and
Yeah.
toothpicks, and it'd be bad to be here.
Yeah,
okay.
But basically, they're all shouting at each
Right.
other, and Samuel L. Jackson's like, "Enough!"
yeah.
And then he starts telling his avalanche story.
yeah,
He's like, there were 7 of us on that mountain, and only 5 of us came back, and we always said that we wouldn't tell what happened to the other 2, but shit happens and stuff.
You think snow's bad,
Yeah.
but man is worse.
Yeah.
Nature's bad, but man is
I like
worse.
his first line. He's like, "You think water's bad? You should try ice."
Yeah, it's like that's
yeah.
water. It's kind of the same thing.
It's colder.
Yeah.
It's more
But
solid.
man, he monologues the shit out of this scene. I mean,
This is why you get Samuel Jackson to do this.
and
And he says, we're all gonna buck up, we're gonna team together, and we're gonna get through this. And there's no, he doesn't say there's no shark that's gonna eat us or something, but he's like, we are gonna band together and we are gonna make this happen. We are gonna do this.
Yeah. And just
mid-sentence,
just short of whipping out an American flag and saying "fuck yeah, America," goddamn shark.
pops out of the water.
Yeah, I think if nobody knows anything about this movie, everybody knows this scene.
Yep.
Because it's kind of become the infamous, like,
It is the scene.
It's the genius moment of this movie.
It is absolutely genius.
Yeah.
it's the Janet Leigh and Psycho moment of this movie. Like, for this generation,
Yeah.
it was like, oh, whoa, okay,
Yeah.
all bets are
'cause
off.
At
I guess.
the time, obviously Samuel Jackson was the biggest star
Right.
out of all of them.
Yep. You were not expecting him to bite it.
And he's giving like the big motivational speech, which
Right.
is normally the like, all right, let's push into the third act thing.
Today is our Independence Day.
Yeah, and
It's like if Bill Pullman got shot by an alien laser right in the middle of that speech.
Oh,
Today is our. Pew!
pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, just
wait, wrong movie.
yes, the timing of it is so good. Just
Yep.
the way he's got the speech, and they're swelling the music, and just like,
I think the only thing that gives it away is the odd camera shot.
well, yeah,
because
when
it's all
switches to
because it has
CG.
to be CG bullshit. But like, I didn't know it was coming the first time. Just seeing it again, obviously, you do know it's coming. But it's like that tell is kind of it's kind of a bummer that they do switch it like that to where why did this look of this movie just change all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But
That's one of those you almost want a George Lucas edit where they
Yeah.
go in and fix
Yes,
that
with
one
modern
thing.
effects.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, and just have it in one continuous take.
yeah,
But they also telegraph it so slightly because when he's walking around that thing earlier, Thomas Jane tells him, "Don't get too close to that."
yeah. He's like, oh, all right.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that scene makes this movie
Yep.
pretty much.
Yep.
Because I mean, this movie's dumb fun, but that's the holy shit, you got to be kidding me moment.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one I wish I had been in a theater for, because I didn't see this until it came out on home video. But that had to be so much fun to be in a theater, to have that happen and not know that was coming.
Yeah. You can imagine people getting pretty pissed off. What? No.
No, I could just imagine people just being dumbfounded for.
Well,
like, 2 minutes,
sure.
like,
What? Yeah. And there's no mistake. It's not like Samuel Jackson might come back later because
because they show him they then cut to the sharks outside.
Yeah.
One's dragging him away, the other one grabs his legs and rips those off.
yeah.
And they chomp up Samuel Jackson and swallow him.
He
So
could still, I don't know, maybe like
he's just angrily monologuing from their belly.
yeah. I'd be the best.
He's like half of Job,
like
and they're
Pacific
going,
Rim
"Oh!"
just cuts his way out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
Yep, he's done.
and then the movie's over.
Oh, they make no like. Oh, I wonder if Samuel Jackson's going to come back because they take him down under the water and rip him in half. It's like,
Yeah.
oh no, he's done.
Yeah, no.
done,
Yeah,
done.
Yeah, there
Just
is
done.
no doubt. And
Yeah.
then cut to Michael Rappaport going, he just ate him. he just ate him.
Yeah.
I think
And then that's when he just curls up in a ball on
Yeah.
the floor.
Well,
And
I
that's
think
what- yeah.
I think before this was this where he was like, there is a hatch here that we could take, but it's
Yeah,
gonna-
he starts throwing away like all this debris, and he's like, "Look, there's this thing here. We could take this."
Yeah. But this
And-
is-
but they're arguing about it because, like, no, the pressure in this will cause this to happen, and blah blah blah.
Well, he basically says like this leads all the way to the surface, like
Yeah.
straight up to the surface. So we're 3 levels down. If we open this, all that water is going to want to come up here.
Yep.
So that would be bad.
Yeah, because the other plan was to just go out and go up, but Rappaport's like, well, we move at 2 meters per second, and a shark moves at 50 meters per second, so no, we're fucked if we do that, so let's go out through this hatch.
And he was right.
yeah.
Well, except for the fact that, like you said, if they'd opened that door, they would have all exploded or imploded or
They certainly
something.
should have when they
In-
opened that fucking door.
In reality, yes.
Because
they fucking
all of the water
pop.
goes completely vertical the second they do, and they're like, "Oh fuck it, we have no choice. We're
Yeah.
not going in the water. The
Yeah.
shark is literally right there." So, Yes, the water actually just goes vertical, like
Yep.
shoots out like a 60-foot wide water cannon.
Yeah. Yeah, and then they're in this.
Yeah, I mean they're in this
Cavernous thing.
this tube
This
that goes
giant
straight up.
elevator
Yeah,
shaft.
and then
The ceiling of which is on fire and raining down flaming debris on them.
but this is the one that they decide to shut the door behind them, and
Yes.
it's like no,
Yeah.
like if there's enough pressure that is making that water in there do that.
Yep.
You human strength are not doing this.
Yeah.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Not to mention the rushing water coming in.
Well, and then they finally get it closed underwater.
Yeah, which no.
Yeah.
No. But either way, so they start climbing the ladder, which for all the how fast they were, LL Cool J is able to move when the shark is chasing him.
Mm-hmm.
They are inversely able to climb this ladder.
Yes.
Because they get about 6 rungs in 10 minutes. Like somehow they just keep turning around, looking down, and doing like having a snack.
Yeah, it's
making a sandwich.
it's like,
going
go.
to the bathroom.
Get up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Checking their gas meter. They're just, I don't know what they're doing, but they take forever getting up there. And of course, the shark pops the door right back open.
Hey,
underneath them.
guys.
And so they keep having the shot looking down the shaft of this shark that's basically filling the bottom, just circling in a little tiny circle.
Yep. Just chasing its tail.
Yeah.
And then Thomas Jane is like,
He has to open one of the doors.
it's like, if
so
I open that door, that'll release some of the water will disperse into there.
Well, he's like, I'm going to open up level 2 so the water has somewhere to go. But it's like, didn't you say level 2 was flooded? Isn't that why you were avoiding it?
Yeah.
It's only partly flooded, right?
Partly.
Yeah.
Right?
yeah. So even though
Really
that would add
mostly dead.
more water to the thing they're in, that would cause the shark to whatever.
Yeah.
But he's got to open that door. And he
So
does.
yeah, he
opens
does that. But
Almost
then,
gets eaten. Yeah.
yeah,
He gets back to the ladder, and that's when so the two girls have made it up, and then
one story.
the bottom part of the ladder with Michael Rappaport on it just breaks off and falls backwards. So
And it basically gets braced directly across, making a little
Right.
bridge.
the blonde lady ends up
And the
in the
blonde
water.
lady
Right.
falls in the water.
Yeah.
And they can't get her out for some reason.
Well, Thomas Jane has started Cirque du Soleil himself in this. He's like doing the Al Qaeda training camp monkey bar thing to get to get over to and get her out, and he can't do it. So the shark is like, "I'll help," and pulls her down and then shoots her up out of the water.
It's like a SeaWorld trick gone bad.
Yeah, yeah, yes,
Or a SeaWorld trick gone almost exactly like they go.
yeah.
Well, a SeaWorld trick gone according to actual nature.
Yes.
How about that?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, so shark eats her, and they're just like, oh, shit. Well, let's get across this ladder thing.
Yeah. And then this is when they hear a pounding on one of the doors, and
Oh, no, a shark is...
out comes LL Cool J.
Yep.
He's like, "Oh hey,
Hey,
What's up?
let's go hang
Yeah.
out in our quarters for a little bit. Regroup.
Yeah, the movie has to slow down, like, after this breakneck pace here.
Yeah, thanks.
Like, they
Yeah.
separate, like, LL Cool J and Saffron Burrows go off one way, Michael Rappaport and Thomas Jane go, like, to
They have to-
turn on a bilge pump or something like
Yeah.
that to
Yeah.
clear out a...
Yeah.
They figure if
one
they clear
They're
out
going to
one
clear out
area,
one
they'll-
stairwell by reversing the polarity of
Yeah.
the bilge pump.
Right.
Yeah, and put tachyon pulse or something.
Yeah.
And Saffron wants to go get her research on her zip
Yeah,
disks.
of course. Everyone has died for nothing.
Right. So she goes to get her research, and LL Cool J
LL Cool J has time
Vlogs.
to spout. Yeah,
he finds a video camera. It's like, hey, what's up, y'all? This is my video log.
Hey guys, this is my Let's Play.
Yeah.
It's called Let's Play Get the Fuck Away from Sharks.
Yeah.
So player one bird is dead.
She goes to her room, goes to the locker, gets her stuff out, and like the fake or dead shark is seen floating up behind
Yeah,
her.
the practice
So
shark.
fake shark, fake scare. And she's like, oh, she pushes it out of the way, and that's when real shark pops up like, haha.
yeah.
But yeah, she stumbles across her quarters and again in waist deep water because that's in there. Anytime there's tension in this movie, it's waist deep water.
Yep.
She Dick Van Dykes across the coffee table.
Yes, she does.
Then falls off the coffee table, which she then climbs up on, and eventually finds herself up on like a bookcase.
Yeah.
And then sharks down there. Oh, she's like reaching for her zip disks that have just she
Yeah.
dropped them.
Yeah.
And
unable to get them because the shark is like right there, like,
yeah.
just put yourself in
Hey.
her mouth. So she reaches up and grabs the electrical cable, or is thinking about doing it. But first, she strips out of her wetsuit Scientifically, this makes sense. Filmmaking wise, this is kind of gross.
Exploitative,
But-
just a bit.
Because she, of course, is in sexy bra and panties.
Right.
Of course.
So she strips down Ripley
Soaking
style.
wet.
Yes. But she's using the wetsuit for insulation to stand on. So, okay. Science.
It's an excuse to get her in her.
I know. But she grabs the electrical cable and shocks that shark.
Shocks that shark in the mouth.
Yep. And the shark's just, damn it.
Also,
she-
frying her
yes.
zip disk.
Yes.
She
Yeah.
fried all
Yeah.
of our Iomega devices.
Giving it the worst click death of all.
Well, I mean, she probably would have gotten back to mainland and no zip drives would have worked anymore
Oh, no.
anyway.
Yeah.
And those things
should've
were
had a
those were
jazz
the
drive.
least reliable discs ever.
Jazz
Anyway,
drive, yeah.
so
The discs were fine.
Yeah, no,
the
the
drives
drives
were
were
terrible.
shit.
and then
I thought it was
but
the disc that
drives
broke.
the drives would go bad and eat the disc.
Oh, is that what it was?
Sometimes,
I don't
yeah.
know.
Sometimes that
Whatever.
would happen.
I never had any of that shit.
Yeah.
Burnable CDs, man. Anyway.
In the other scene, Michael Rappaport gets killed.
Oh yeah, because they're underwater, pushing some tachyons off the
Starboard
reflector
bow.
disc or dish or something. I
Uh-huh.
don't know.
Yeah.
And shark just kind of comes up behind him, and it's like,
Yeah.
Thomas Jane's like, but doesn't do any good.
But it does the same thing. It does similar shot to Samuel L. Except this one, they show his torso float towards the screen with the foot twitching
Yes. Yeah.
before they move on. So it's like, yeah, he's definitely dead too.
Yep.
He was Michael ripped apart.
Yeah,
Yeah. So they all sync back up, and
yeah. And Thomas Jane gets away because he knows how to do his sweet move of dodging it.
yes,
that he
that's
did
right.
earlier.
Yeah. And then they're in like an elevator shaft, and they're like, "All right, we can shoot ourselves up to get out of it," or they're in like a hatch to get out, but they've got to flood the hatch. I don't know, and he's like rigged some fire extinguishers because now all of a sudden he's explaining shark behaviors. Like they like colors, and they like fire extinguishers, and they like noise, and they like this, and so we'll just jerry rig these things. And
Forget the fact that she's made them smarter than them.
yeah, forget that.
Yeah, forget that part.
You would think the sharks would be like, "Yeah, we knew you were going to do that.
Yeah.
We figured you were going to rig up some fire extinguishers." So, yeah, so they flood this room and they go out the hatch, and the fire extinguishers go out the hatch, and the sharks are immediately like, "Cool, fire extinguishers!"
Yeah.
Come over and
Kill those fire
They
extinguishers.
have their dramatic. We have to swim 60 feet up to the surface, and then
Yeah.
immediately get the fuck out of the water.
yeah. And then sharks like,
Not so
"Oh,
good at
hey,
that.
LL Cool J's still alive. Yoink!"
No.
Mama said,
And
"Knock you out."
everyone else has been just ripped to shreds the second these things get near him. But
Yeah, this one's
him, it just chomps down on his leg and is like, "All right, I'm going to swim
Just
around
taking
with
him
you
for a
for
ride.
while."
it's just gently nomming on him.
Yeah.
I'm kind of full, but I'm just going to keep you around.
The sharks have eaten a lot of things.
Yeah.
So
And LL Cool J, who has been wearing this giant crucifix for the whole movie, talking to Jesus, and
Well, he's also called Preacher. That's his
yes,
name.
but he just starts stabbing the shark with that, and eventually stabs it in the eye, and the shark's like, "Ow!"
Yeah.
and lets
And that's
him go.
what lets him go.
Yeah.
And he's able to, Thomas Jane is able to help him swim out.
Yeah, and again, it's like, all right, slow the movie down because they bandage him up, and they're like, well, we're kind of safe, I guess, because he's going to make it if we can get out of here.
Yeah,
Until Shark is like, oh, you know what? There's fences over here, and the fences above the water were not reinforced like the ones under the water. Then Thomas Jane or Saffron Burris comes to the conclusion of like, oh, this was their plan all along to make us flood our own facility.
Right.
And they knew that the fences topside weren't strong and they could get out.
that's actually
It's like-
Thomas Jane who comes up with that.
I'm like, that is one hell of a jump to conclusion.
Yeah, he's like, they
They're
lured
smart
us
sharks.
over here.
But that was a dumb explanation.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
But he said,
they're
when you're trapped, what do you think? When you're an apex predator who's trapped, what do you think of?
Yeah,
The deep blue
Freedom.
sea.
right.
DBS, man.
Yeah,
But yes, because so now the shark
they-
is.
huh?
he raised the fences.
Earlier,
Well,
because that's how
yeah.
we figured they got out the first time. Was they
right.
jumped
thought
over
maybe
the
they
fence.
jumped, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
So they raised the fences. So they conspired to create a hurricane, which then decimated the base,
Yeah.
sank the base,
Oh,
so they would have
Hurricane.
access to smashing
I see
the
now.
thing. Yeah. By the way, the hurricane's gone. By the way,
Oh, yeah. it's
perfect.
great.
Finally.
yeah, it
Great
just
weather outside.
passed right by.
Or maybe they were in
Well,
the eye.
could've
You never
been,
know.
yeah.
It could have been.
Yeah.
But anyway, so like the shark is ramming into the normal steel fence, and they're like, "Shit! If that shark gets out there, it's I don't know, it's going to be in the water. Fuck
And
it."
it eat a lot of things.
Yeah, it's game over. Shark in the water.
Right. I don't know. Just
Can't have
so I
that.
guess we have to deal with it
Yep.
as three people that probably, and one of them now has a bum leg.
Yeah. So he
we
rigs
deal
up
with
some
this.
like harpoons with gunpowder in them.
Yeah, they do that. Like, I don't know, flares, make it into a dynamite thing. Also, we'll hook a cable to it, an electricity car battery that happens to be laying here.
A convenient car battery.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have
Or a
those
marine
things.
battery. It
yeah.
might be a marine battery.
It might
Oh.
be.
A deep cycle marine battery.
Yeah.
Only it
Might be.
Yeah. But he goes out after the shark and realizes the shark is kind of onto them.
Well, no, he's going to shoot it, but it's just too far away.
Yeah.
Well,
And-
shark like dives under, like, haha.
Yeah. So
I
she's
watched
like,
Mythbusters. This won't work.
yeah, she's like, well, I guess I'll be the bait. And cuts her hand to get bloody and then jumps in the water.
Yeah.
And he's
And
like,
then swims
no.
a bit too far.
Yes. Yeah, way far.
Yeah.
Like halfway
She
out.
didn't have to swim that far.
Yeah, it's like, hey, shark. And then the shark's like, yes. And she's like, oh, shit. Tries to swim back, climbs up on the bar that's hanging there. The bar breaks out of the concrete. And
And we think like he jumps in and is like, I'm gonna go save you,
Yeah.
Dr. Susie. And Shark's like, nope.
yeah.
Yeah.
This tastes like hubris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
so, yeah, he gets to watch Dr. Frankenstein just get her shit ripped
Yeah.
up.
Yep. And
And then
just
he's like, oh,
huh.
and then the shark gives him like this look. Like the shark kind of snarls at him almost. It's like, yeah, motherfucker.
Yep. Your
I just
turn.
ate her too.
Yeah. What are you going to do now?
Yeah.
And this is when it sort of becomes a SeaWorld show again, where he just like, well, I'll just ride this shark.
Yeah, he does his move again and
Yeah.
grabs a fin. And my favorite part of these scenes is that when he's above water, like the fin is the size of maybe his head.
Yep.
But when he's underneath water, the fin is like the size of his body.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wildly
So they
varying shark
can't even
sizes.
get the shark size right from shot to shot on
No.
that.
Yeah.
Like not even close.
Yeah. And
But
it's,
LL Cool J's woken up enough to go, oh, fucking white people, all right.
Well-
I guess I'll have to save this.
he was out, and then like when Lady got eaten, he like raises an eyebrow, and that's it. They just show that, and it's just like, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, eventually he's awake, and he's like, well, okay, I guess I'll help out.
Yeah.
So he gets the harpoon gun and is going up to whatever vantage point he can get on.
Yeah.
And, you know,
I mean,
Thomas Jane's like, shoot!
I mean, even to the point that like because of his leg, he has to lay there like Brody on.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. It's like, do the Jaws thing. Just
Yeah.
get up there.
Yeah, just lay down in a weird kind of awkward way and
Yeah.
shoot. Yeah.
So he does shoot and shoots Thomas Jane through the leg.
Yeah, shoots it through the fin, right through Thomas Jane's leg.
Yeah. Thomas Jane's like, fuck.
And he's just like, all right, fine, set it off.
Yeah.
We're about to go to sea.
Yeah.
And whatever, just do it.
Yeah, because the shark has about made its way through the fence. And so he's doing
Yeah,
like,
and it actually
he's-
gets through the fence
Yeah.
because that's how Thomas Jane gets yanked off of the
Yeah.
harpoon.
right.
Which that's gotta feel good.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I figured,
Face
boy,
into the fence
he's-
and then
he's cheese grated at that point, but and so LL Cool J is doing this thing where he's like holding the wire and he's just like,
I
but
got another second.
Killer Shark, Thomas Jane, I don't know him that well. All right, fine, fuck it. Shark goes up, just a
Nuclear.
Shark
yes.
explosion.
That is a shark explosion and a half.
yes. There's even a rainbow in the middle of it.
There's a
chumbo.
blood rainbow. Chumbo.
Jumbo. Jumbo Wumbo.
Yeah. So there's just
Just like
I mean
Skyfall.
just an island of shark goo.
Mm-hmm.
And then Thomas Jane sort of just pops up like, "Hey, I'm all right."
Yeah. And then they just lay there and he's like, whatever, 40-foot shark, and you hit me?
Yeah.
Good job. And then it's like, well, this place is sinking, huh? Yeah. All right. I guess we're kind of fucked. And then, like, here comes the Weekenders coming
Yeah.
back for, like, perfect timing.
They're like,
Yeah.
"Hey."
Hey.
I honestly, I had forgotten exactly how it ended. I almost thought they were going to do the Thing ending, where it's just like, yep,
Maybe
yeah,
he's
I
the
guess-
shark. Maybe he's the shark.
Maybe,
Yeah.
who knows?
But they're just sitting there like, yeah, I guess we're fucked.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, they did say, like, are you sure there's only 3 sharks? Like, they were going to sit there and, like, maybe. well,
Yeah, it
could be
seems
the
like they gave
It could be a
themselves-
really smart shark.
Yeah, it seems like they gave themselves a lot of outs for different endings, but then they just
Well,
picked
the thing is
lamest
too,
thing.
like the way shots are framed at that end is weird.
Yeah.
Like they were framed as 3-character shots.
Yeah.
And they're not, because
Yeah.
apparently they actually digitally removed her from the shots after the test screenings. Because originally she was the one who shoots the shark.
Really?
Yes.
Huh?
And everyone in the audience said, "Fuck that lady."
As they
She
should
doesn't
have.
get to save everyone.
No.
So yeah. So they changed it.
Good.
To have LL Cool J shoot the shark.
And I suppose he was supposed to get eaten, like straight up eaten.
No,
like
he
Ernie
lived.
Hudson still. Okay.
No, the three of them lived.
Poor Ernie.
Well, it was just like Leviathan. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like
Yeah.
last second, like, why the fuck
Yeah.
is he going to
Got
die
so
now?
fucked
Yeah.
over in
Yeah.
Leviathan. But that's why those shots are so weird, is because they've actually digitally removed her from a lot of them.
It did seem weird because they joked about is there another shark, and then they cut away to something, and then when they cut back, it's like one of them is responding to something that neither of them said. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Okay, so that makes sense. Man, I'd have been pissed if she lived. Fuck that lady.
Well, then you were probably at the test
I
screening.
might have
and said,
been.
Fuck that lady.
More LL Cool J, please.
Yeah, and that's probably what happened too. Is
More
like they're
bird.
like, well, we gotta have more LL looking for his bird.
Yeah.
shivering.
Bird.
Yeah,
So yeah,
but yeah, the Weekenders save them, and
it's they
then-
almost just laugh and high five each other,
Yeah.
and then the credits roll. It's like, all your friends are dead.
well, yeah, he goes, yeah, I think I quit this job.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
go, ha 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 ha.
And then LL Cool J raps about Deep Blue Sea and shark fin hats.
Shark fin
Yeah,
hat, y'all.
shark fin hat.
Starts
My
out
hat's blue.
star-
Hat's like a
Stargrovey.
shark fin.
It's like Darkwing Duck.
It's
only
the
shark
deepest
fin
blue.
head.
Yeah. I don't know. It was complete. That was like one of the most nonsense. Like
It devolves into some.
I
hard
mean,
nonsense.
the Addams Family Hammer song and Will Smith. And,
Don't you?
I'm saying like all of those like kind of have something to do with the movie, right? This was like LL Cool J's vignettes. Like he just like, I'll take some of that one
Yeah.
and some of this, and like
Yeah.
I don't know. There's zombie and ghost.
Yep.
It makes no sense.
No.
It was the most nonsensical rap I've ever heard about at the end of a movie. It's
catchy,
That
though.
also kind of had to do something with the movie.
The first group of lyrics had a little bit to do with like the plot of the movie, and we're like,
Yeah.
but then no. Yep.
Anyway.
Then he realized there wasn't actually that much plot in the movie.
No,
so-
it's like I can't keep. There's
I
nothing
don't know.
else. I'll just
star
zombie
tease.
sharks and
Yeah.
shit. Yes. So, I guess we rate it now.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to tell you. I mean, it was predetermined mine.
Okay.
Oh, really?
I
Oh.
fucking love this movie. It's a 5 Jocks movie.
All right.
It is done. Like I know I've done a lot of complaining about realistic stuff, but this takes that whole realistic or plausible versus awesome theory and goes for awesome basically every single time. It's just it's dumb in all the best ways, and it's high budget dumb in the best ways, which actually felt pretty rare in the 90s. Like if it did have a good budget, they went dumb in a bad way, like in a serious way, whereas this one seems like it is very much in on the joke, but not in a way that's forced to me. It's basically like we're making a dumbass monster movie, and who cares, you know? And that Samuel L. scene is still like, I can't think of other movies that have used it, but I'm still amazed that more movies haven't ripped that off yet. And it's probably because you can't keep anything secret now before a movie comes out, ever.
Yeah.
You know, like everyone would know, oh, well, Samuel L. Jackson was only on set for 20 days and everyone else was there for 40 days. So, you know, like we know too much now that you can't pull that sort of thing off. But
Yeah.
God, that scene, just everything about that scene except for that one unfortunate cut right before he gets killed is so fantastic. But yeah, it's a 5 Jocks movie. It's dumb. It's my kind of dumb.
All right.
Not to take anything away from it, but like,
But it sucks.
no. I
hate
mean,
it.
like, I've seen this movie a lot of times, and it's weird because like the longer this movie is out, the less I'm enjoying it. I mean, I hate to say it, but like this is one of those movies that like the effects are really starting to hurt it, and like I'm thinking in like 10 or 20 years, this movie's gonna be fucking unwatchable. Like, I mean, maybe
the shark CG's pretty
yeah,
bad.
I mean, it's like, and I hate to knock on it because like we just laughed about how incompetent Shark Attack 3 was, but this was a big budget movie, and yeah, late 90s. I don't know. I feel like the effects should have been better in the late 90s. I feel like they were in other movies, like they were, or they weren't as distracting or bad. I don't know. Maybe
Well, this was the same year as The Matrix.
I think we.
yeah, and the first Matrix was fine. The second Matrix looks dumb. with
No, I know,
early
but I'm
Man.
just saying, like, it was a time
Yeah,
when like
okay.
CG was really coming into its own.
Yeah, I don't know. Like this movie's getting less watchable as the years go by, and I hate that because like I almost like never want to watch it again because I want to have that fond memory of I used to love this movie as just being dumb fun, and it's getting harder to watch, and I think I can only give it like 3 jocks now. I mean, I almost like I almost want to just like bury this in a time capsule now and just maybe someone will do a special edition thing when it's cheap to do or something.
Yeah, when Chuck reviews it on 31 horror movies in 31 days in 20 years, you'll yell at him about how it's so good and you shouldn't.
Probably, yeah, because I won't actually have remembered anything now.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought that as far as the effects go, I thought they held up fairly well. I mean, it's not Jurassic Park themed today. It's not necessarily Jurassic Park good, but it's still... I don't know. I just felt like there was a whole lot of really shitty CG. And we even, like... What was this? 99? What year was it? Yeah, 99, and it's 2014 now, so we're 15 years on, and our CG has advanced so far, yet Asylum Films can't bother to put a good fucking shark on screen.
Them. They don't even care.
Yeah, but, I mean...
They're just using the MacBook.
Yeah.
Sure, but, like, there are so many movies that have shitty CG, even today, that are worse than what we just watched. I think it's still fairly good. It's not great. It's not perfect, but still, I thought it did okay. You're nodding to me to rate it after that. I wasn't ready, but
I didn't know that nod had meaning. I was just like,
I thought you were like, go on, nodding at me, but I will go on anyway. I can't quite go 5 with this because there's still some issues, but it's a real solid 4. It's a really good 4. Yeah, I don't have much more to say about it. I mean, it's there's just a shred of disbelief breaking that kind of pulls me out of the movie at times. You know, there's a few things that I think just aren't as excusable in the plausible versus awesome sort of way.
yeah.
But for the most part, I really enjoy this movie, and I never really got the hate. I've seen it before, obviously. I think everybody in the world has seen it, but I never really got the hate. I mean, I knew it was kind of a cheesy bit of movie, but I always thought it was fun enough to not really garner any sort of denigration in any way.
Yeah.
But hey, 4 jocks, that's pretty fucking good.
It's pretty fucking good. I agree with points that all of you have made.
However,
about this movie, I don't really have any contradicting points, but I kind of agree with you the most, Harlow. This was a movie that I'd always remembered very, very fondly. Like, if someone said Deep Blue Sea to me, I would go, fuck yeah, Deep Blue Sea. Watching it again, I kind of feel like I wish I hadn't. Like, because you really start to see some of the faults in it. Like, I don't have a problem with any of the science in this movie because the movie is so gleefully past that. It's just like, yep, stupid science. And I'm like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
But, like, the shark throwing Stellan Skarsgård at the window, that's fantastic. That's fucking great.
Yeah, it is.
And the Samuel L. Jackson moment is fucking great. But other than that, it's really just sort of like sharks being thrust into a building and swimming around inside of it. They're not really doing super awesome, cool, smart things.
I know.
I wanted it to go just one step further and just have them like waiting for him in a helicopter or just, just dumb, just really just dumb.
pop out of the out of the locker.
Yeah, like when she went to open the locker and it wasn't in there, and like when Thomas Jane opened and closed the medicine cabinet with the mirror, that kind of thing. I just really just like go for the dumb. Just this movie's so dumb to begin with. Just go.
I mean, like if you thought maybe you were going to kill Dr. Susie, like waiting for her at the bottom of the stairs when she's just like, I guess I got to go to my quarters, would have been pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, it might have lost something because you've already had the, oh shit, I wasn't expecting that thing with Samuel L. Jackson, but
right. Yeah,
and the funny thing is, I don't want to cut you off, but like, I just want to say the underwear wetsuit electrocution scene. I remember that being less. I always thought that was like awesome and like a holy shit, like almost like kick-ass feminist thing, and like only in this viewing did it really feel like, okay, that was just like, that was cheesy and kind of pandering of like, let's get her naked. I mean, I don't know why. Like, the first time I ever saw it, I was like, I thought it was like that Rennie Harlan, like, Gina Davis, fuck yeah, kick-ass girl thing of like, this doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm using science. I'm going to fucking murder a shark. And now it feels really pandering.
Yeah.
Like, it's strange.
I mean,
like,
sciencey, it does make sense, but
Yeah,
it's
science,
just like
yes.
she's all sexied up under
Right,
that
right,
thing. It's
right.
like, why is You know, because I mean, like Ripley is in like a t-shirt and underwear. That's like, okay, that's what you would wear under a spacesuit, not what she's.
Yeah.
It's such a minor thing. But I just the effects are a little weak. I wanted more dumb shark stuff. The pacing is really weird at times. It's remarkable how little shark stuff is in this movie compared to how I remembered it. I remembered it being just crazy shark stuff, and it's really just those two big moments and a bunch of other little shark things. I'm going to give it 3 jocks also. There's a lot to like about it. It is still worth watching, but I kind of feel like you, like, I don't want to ever look at it again. And 10 years from now, I want someone to ask me about it, and I'm going to go, yeah, fuck yeah, Deep Blue Sea. That movie's awesome. So...
Maybe I've never want to watch The Core again, because I almost feel like that might could hit that point.
I watched The Core for the first time a year ago. The Core is fantastic.
Yes. High five.
I know. I agree. These are I'm saying these are the things I want to bury away and keep the fond memory of.
Yeah.
And I'm afraid
Core is always great.
afraid someday The Core is going to be like, what the fuck is this CG? Yeah.
Nah, the CG just helps that shit, because it's all like, who knows what the middle of the Earth looks
Right,
like?
okay.
Nobody.
Stupid CG.
It looks like asteroids.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing has texture in the middle of the Earth. That's crazy.
Why would it?
Yeah. So
Man, I have turned so far around on The Core. I used to like, oh fuck, The Core is on. God, stupid fucking thing.
and now
I'm
you're
like the
"Fuck,
biggest
Core's
fan
on."
of
Yeah.
The Core in the world.
Shall we take a break?
Okay.
Nah, let's just go home.
Okay. All right, we're braked.
Yep.
All right.
There's a Kurt Russell movie, Breakdown.
Oh, yeah.
Came out like 97 or so.
Yeah. I've seen Breakdown.
There's a bit in that where like JT Walsh, who's the bad guy, is threatening Kurt Russell, like, we will hunt you down, we will find you, we will never stop looking. And in the middle of his badass bad guy speech, Kurt Russell kicks him in the fucking face. Like mid-sentence. Is the best.
good.
It never happens in a movie. So that's like my similar moment to the Samuel L. Jackson thing, is just like, he's just like, we will find you, we will hunt you down, we will it's just the best.
Yep.
Never happens. Bad guys always get to finish their spiel, but nope, Kurt Russell kicked that motherfucker in the face.
Remind us to do that when we make the movie.
Yeah.
It'll be an off-screen kick to the face.
Okay. Yes, those are the best. Whoa.
God, could you imagine a guy mid-monologue just suddenly fucking face kicked?
I'm imagining it right now.
Yeah. Come here.
Anytime.
So we're not going to talk about movies. We're just going to do emails, right?
Um.
I mean, do you have anything? I got a few, but I don't even know if I want to bring them up, because Harlow will probably just cut them. And
Yeah.
I kind of want to talk about them, so.
Do we have a lot of emails?
That's what I'm getting to. Got emails and got a couple extra things.
Why don't we like dedicate? Let's do voicemails and emails, and
Yeah.
because it is, a celebration. No one wants to hear us talk about regular ass movies.
Regular ass movies.
Ass movies.
Let's see. 1, 2.
We're debating on how to structure the second half.
Oh, I thought we were just doing the emails and that's it.
Yeah, that's the decision we came to.
Okay. Well, I mean, I only for the length of time of night. Because I don't want to get into the fact that I watched the first 3 Scream movies too and all that.
All right.
Go down that rabbit hole again.
Which one did you like best?
Oh, I like 3 best.
I hate you.
I actually would defend 3, but I'm not going to get into it. I would defend parts of 3. Shut up. We're not getting into it.
Shut up. I
Yeah,
do kind of like the bits where she's on the set of her own town. I think that had potential.
I think there's really good stuff in Scream 3. There's also equally just what the fuck moments in Scream 3 of like, how is this a thing? But
Yeah.
so it ends up being very average, but some of the good parts are actually really quite good in that, in my opinion.
Okay. Hey, exclusive for the webcast guys listening on the live stream.
What?
I watched a BMFcast movie.
Oh yeah?
I watched The Wraith.
Oh yeah, you did. We
Totally didn't expect that movie to be what it was. I had no idea what that movie was.
yeah, now you've seen it.
I always confuse it with Black Moon Rising, that Tommy Lee Jones movie.
Oh, okay.
Because they're both like about mystery black cars that come out of nowhere. Had no fucking idea what this movie was. The movie's insane. And it's like all the 80s all at once.
All the 80s, all at once.
Montages and car chases and
Charlie Sheen's barely in it.
yeah. Sherilyn Fenn looking hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was she Laura Palmer?
No. She was Audrey Horne.
Cheryl Lee?
Cheryl Lee. Yeah.
Cheryl Lee.
Cheryl Lee.
Yeah. I didn't go back and watch Scream 4 yet, but
Uh,
I also watched Halloween. I'm trying to think of all the things
Halloween.
I watched after, but I'm not going to talk about it.
well, apparently they have called the race for Rick Scott. Guess he didn't need 50% of the vote.
No politicking.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, Chuck, get back to
Yeah.
work.
Seriously.
I just wanted medical marijuana, damn it.
Yeah, well,
From a glaucoma.
I wanted it for
My summer
I wanted it for
glaucoma.
your glaucoma too.
Yeah. Okay. Let's celebrate our
Well, my
sesquicentennial.
boss will be happy that they can drug test again and they won't
Yeah.
have to worry about anything.
job.
Nazi. I don't know. Fascist or something.
Yeah, that's, yeah, fascist, I think.
Whatever he is. He's a something.
Republican.
He's
Yeah.
a scary
I mean, he's a
man.
criminal, obviously. We've already established that.
Yes,
but-
that is
right.
criminal.
Fact.
Yes, fact, actually.
Yes. Fact.
That's not slander.
No.
I mean, so we're not actually committing a crime calling
No.
him a criminal.
No.
Straight up is. Anyway, so we do go.
Let's
more
hear
things?
from the people.
Let's hear. Do we have?
So-
do I need to queue up voicemails? We have voicemails.
Yeah, we got a couple voicemails.
Okay. I can do that.
And having done that, make sure that there aren't old ones that were flagged that were that you've already done or anything.
Where do you flag? You flag them in the email though, don't you?
Yeah.
Shit. All right. That's probably from October 15th. And then let's see what that actually correlates to. I'm going to listen to a few seconds of this.
Hey, BMFcasters, this is MC from Indianapolis.
We have not played that one, I don't think.
Sounds new to me.
It's new to you.
I really need to figure out how to change that fucking setting. This is why I don't use Chrome.
Hmm?
I don't. Certain things I don't like about Chrome.
Like what?
All of it.
Hmm.
It does not play well with WordPress a lot of the
There's
time,
a lot of
especially
stuff
on a
it
Mac.
doesn't seem to work right with.
It's not fun.
I know it's just a setting I need to go switch, but I don't like the I'm just gonna fucking download this. Not even ask you anything about it. Just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that's a setting I can go change. But I like to name and also place my files before downloading.
Hmm. Yeah, that is an optional setting.
Yeah. Anywho, ready? Yes.
I'm ready.
Okay. All right, welcome back.
Hey, BMFcast.
Second half of this
Second
year, big number episode.
Anniversary.
Oh, yeah.
Something.
Hey,
thing.
250.
What do you get for 250?
I don't think it's an anniversary.
What's the gift?
You get a double-sized issue and usually a variant cover. Like
yeah,
a hollow
somebody's
foil
going to
or-
die,
Oh.
but because of the
Embossed.
Comics Code Authority, we can't put it on the cover.
Yeah.
Oh. Is there a lenticular cover?
Spoiler: it's
Sometimes.
you, Chuck.
It was usually a hologram cover is what they'd go with.
but I
Oh.
haven't been here for 250.
I know that's the shocker. You're the Samuel L. Jackson of the BMFcast.
No.
I thought he was the Heather Locklear. And that was actually explained to me on Facebook.
How? What?
Is that Heather Locklear was, despite being on the show for like 7 seasons, was always billed as a special guest star
Oh,
Which show?
on Melrose
Melrose
Place.
Oh.
Very
Okay.
interesting.
That's why you were the...
I get it.
Yeah, I
'Cause
forgot to mention that. He explained it to me later on.
Oh,
I was
okay.
like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because in the email it didn't
Yeah.
really.
But no, you're not the Heather Locklear because you're
Sorkin
not a
shows did
special
that a
guest
lot.
star.
They would have also guest starring so and so, and then by the last season, it'd be like, all right, fuck, they're a regular cast member.
Yeah.
They've been on every episode.
Right.
West Wing did that.
Yep.
Like Donna, I think was for many years was like, and so, and it's like she's on every
Yeah.
episode.
Really, just give her.
Put her into the main cast.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
podcast.
By the way, guys.
Yeah.
Sester Centennial. That's 250.
Sester.
Yeah.
Sester.
Sester.
Chester.
Chester. Chester.
Chester Williams.
The
Chester.
judicial system.
Chester Street.
Anywho,
It could
Alright.
be the bison quinquagenary if you really
I don't
wanted to.
I
Dude.
do not want to.
Dude,
I-
you don't want to catch that.
Give me
Quarter
some of that-
millennial?
Give me that quagenary.
Quarter millennial?
Quarter millennial.
The only reason I
I'd-
like that is because it's a percentage of those asshole millennials.
Yeah, I'm quarter millennial on my grandmother's side.
If I'd been born a little bit later, I'd be a quarter millennial. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's do some listener correspondence.
Tricentenary.
Yeah.
By the way.
Oh,
All right.
I had that once.
Yeah.
Once.
Take a Z-Pack for that.
So, listener correspondence. That's all we're doing this half.
Yeah, we got movies. We'll talk about them next time.
This half we're celebrating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One-man
that's-
celebration on the catamaran over there.
It's a
party.
party, dude.
Sorry.
Hey, bro.
BMFcast, come on.
I got some Coke and a docking tape. If you're cool. If you like to party.
I do.
Yeah.
I do like to party.
So, we got a bunch of correspondence. We're just gonna clean house here.
All right, let's do it.
Let's just clean some
Hit
house.
us. Hit us with something.
You want to hit us with that first voicemail?
I would love to.
Hey, Bamcasters, this is MC from Indianapolis. First time calling in, though I have written in previously in a vain attempt to warn you against watching the item. I am still waiting to see that one turn up on Smarmy Jerkface on the water cooler film section with somewhat malicious curiosity with how Chuck will react to that. At any rate, I am currently driving between Indianapolis and St. Louis and have just passed the world's largest golf tee. So I figured, with that for entertainment, I should give you all a call. Listening to your Roar Bamcast podcast lately put me in mind of another film you may want to take a look at. 2010's Burning Bright. I'll summarize it very briefly for you. There are two children trapped in a house. Outside is a hurricane. Inside is a tiger. That's pretty much it. MC out.
That
Wait,
sounds
what
amazing.
was that called?
Burning Bright?
Outside. Oh, Tiger, Tiger, Burning Bright in the Forest of the Night.
Yeah.
There's a,
Bam! Bam!
Yeah, motherfucker.
Nailed it.
Poetry, motherfucker.
What up? What of it then? No, I would one of the Doctor Who episodes lately was called in the Forest of the Night, and it was
Is that T.S. Eliot?
I think so.
Oh, God, it's got people in it.
Yeah, it's like some poetry and shit.
Yeah, I know.
But that sounds cool. Tiger or hurricane?
William Blake.
Blake.
Oh.
Yeah.
It stars the throaty chick from Step Up 2.
Oh,
Greg Evigan's kid.
great. All right.
Yeah.
Sweet.
I'd watch that.
All right. Well, thanks for the recommendation. Thanks for calling from the road. We always appreciate
Yeah,
road calls.
thanks for keeping up the theme of everyone calling us from the road.
Man.
Like we're some filthy
all
secret.
All we need is Clint, the imaginary trucker from Madison, to call back in.
Yeah,
But I hope he didn't get in an accident or something. He went away.
I'm sure he's all right.
He was
I
only an
miss
imaginary truck driver. He wasn't
That
actually.
that's right. He really wasn't. All right. Next up, we got Scott from Dallas, who has big ass recommendation. That's the name of this email. He says, tonight my roommate and I decided to hit up Netflix and watch something while doing chores. He picked a movie called Big Ass Spider. And holy shit, those chores did not get done. It's a movie with asylum level special effects and an asylum level budget, but everyone actually fucking tries to make an enjoyable movie. The acting is people trying, the director was trying, the creature design was someone trying, the dialogue was a writer or two trying. And even though the special effects look bad, by God, I'm impressed they even tried some of the shit they did. Try, guys. This movie is an enjoyable bad movie with some genuinely funny lines. There's a scene in a park, and when it was unfolding in front of me, I realized I had to recommend this movie to you immediately. I think it would make a great episode, not just because it's a fun movie, but also because never in the history of cinema has there ever been a film where everyone involved was quite so ignorant of gun safety. The shit they were doing wrong was obvious as hell, even to me. I love it when you guys make fun of movies for shit like that, and you'll have plenty to work with here. And man, this one dude has the worst fashion sense, and just looking at him made us laugh. Check this movie out sometime. Crash and Burn, Scott from Dallas. Just the name Big Ass Spider.
Yeah.
I'm all about
I've
a movie
seen
called
that.
Big Ass.
Well, I
Wait,
haven't seen the movie. I've seen that like on Netflix or
Yeah,
on the
on your
DVD
recommended.
rack, and I'm like, man, I should watch Big Ass Spider. I should probably watch Big Ass Spider, maybe while doing chores, so I don't have to do chores.
There you go. You're an adult.
Yeah,
Yeah, chores. Fuck chores.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
We also got an update from Freddie Flapjacks.
Oh, good.
Yeah. He said Freddie Flapjacks went to Blockbuster.
Okay.
Says, hey, casters. So I made it to local Blockbuster. They didn't have any beta or VHS cassettes. They have DVDs. What? One of the movies in their catalog is Chronic Town. The movie was filmed in and is set in Fairbanks, Alaska. I lived here when the movie was filmed, and I'm an extra in the movie. If you see it, I'm in the strip club scene. I'm walking out when J.R. Bourne's character Truman is walking in. I changed my shirt and can be seen at the next table over from Truman. The movie wasn't released in theaters, but did air in a few festivals. Truman is a cab driver that gets dumped, drops acid, tries to commit suicide, and ends up in a mental hospital. He encounters characters with the names like Blowjob and Stripe and Stripper with Knee Brace. Overall, not really that great of a movie. Except for my iPad that I can see Russia from.
Wow.
So that started out as a recommendation, and then it was kind of like, yeah, but nah.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I'm in it if you want to look at me.
I don't know. Stripper with a knee brace.
It's a good character.
Yeah.
It's a clever name. Stripper with knee brace. Man.
Good movie title, too.
Throw loonies at them and try
Yeah.
to clang on the knee
Chronic
brace.
Town?
No, this is... Yeah, Chronic Town. This
Chronic
is
Town.
Alaska. They don't do that. Alaska's not Canada, Chuck.
Kind of is.
No, it's
No, it's
civilized.
not.
It's America.
Okay.
Hey, you shut your mouth.
Oh, all right. Sorry.
That's Alaska.
Sorry, guys.
America.
Yep.
Totally different.
I ain't that part of them Canadians. Canadians.
What?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Got a couple voicemails. Let's break it up.
All right.
You break it up.
No, you break it up.
Hey, BMFcast. It's listener Pete from Blue Mountains, Wisconsin. I know after Maltober, you're probably going to watch some explodey, shoot-'em-up stuff, but after that, I'd like to make you aware of Children of the Corn 3, Urban Harvest. I picked it totally at random for Halloween, and man, there's a lot going on. It's totally insane. Like I said, I'm not a fan of the franchise, but this one is definitely BMFcast worthy. And also, to cleanse your palate of Maltober, I offer you a drum solo.
Please tell me that was the end. That was the end.
Was that the end?
Yeah, I think it
Oh,
was the
man.
end.
All right.
Oh, wow.
I love that Google Translate actually tried to pick up some of that as words.
Oh, did it?
Was it like
Yeah.
boom, boom, boom?
No,
tiki,
it
tiki,
was
tiki, tiki,
so
boom.
say, gosh, soon I missed something. Hello.
Exactly what I
So
heard.
say, gosh,
Yes.
soon I
Well,
miss. Sounds like a.
thank you, Pete.
Like
We've had
like a J-pop song.
Yeah.
So say, gosh, soon I miss. Hello.
He started off the voicemail
So
as Emo
say, gosh,
Phillips,
soon.
Yeah.
and then it was John Bonham.
Yeah.
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 Something.
Like Mo Bonham.
Thank you, Pete. We've now had a harmonica solo and a drum solo.
Yeah.
We need to put them together.
We're putting the band back together.
Yeah.
Man.
The band cast.
Yep.
Yep.
What?
And oh Christ, I don't remember his name. The guy that sings really well.
What?
The guy that sings really well.
Harry Connick Jr.
Yeah.
What?
Thank you. Thank you, Chuck. That's exactly who we meant.
That's your go-to. That guy who sings really well, and you're immediately, oh, Harry Connick Jr.
I don't know.
Ooh, Michael McDonald. I love his work.
Can't forget.
Eric Neville?
Aaron Neville, yes. Totally different.
Oh, you got to be
Josh.
quicker than that.
Yeah.
Corpus
Groban?
Corpus Christi?
Yeah.
Josh Groban.
No, our
Just
our
Groban.
our
Groban.
crooner.
Oh,
John Groban.
Yeah. Was it Josh?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Am I mistaken? Yes.
yeah, you're correct.
Yeah. So we
Yeah,
got,
he's all right. He's no Harry Connick Jr.
who is really?
It's no wonder he didn't call something in for 250, Chuck, with you talking about him like that.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
My God.
I'm
We're gonna get it for
sorry.
251 because of you.
Yeah.
I'm dead anyways.
Hashtag worst singer ever.
Oh, did you die last episode?
I was apparently killed off in this episode.
Oh,
He's just taking all of this YouTube negativity to heart. That's what it is.
No, you guys said I was dead.
Oh, no, well, later. Stop spoiling the surprise, Chuck.
Oh,
yeah, we're gonna kill
sorry.
you.
It's got to be the last panel, or it's not
right.
a surprise.
All right, moving on.
Thank you.
This one's from Pierre, titled 250. It says, hey guys, just a quick note to congratulate you all on an awesome 250, and here's hoping for 250 more. I cannot remember exactly how I stumbled upon your awesome podcast. Fairly certain my first experience was the Navy SEALs episode, a true classic. Anyway, I really got into your podcast during a particularly rough time in my life, and the laughs and such that you guys precipitated throughout those podcasts were very much needed. Since then, I've been a diehard fan. Highlights for me include Navy SEALs, of course, Firebirds, I Am the Greatest, The Punisher, A Surgical Strike, and the entire Bond series analysis. For what it's worth, I agree about Brosnan's movies not aging well and how awesome License to Kill was. Anyway, congrats again, you guys. Fucking rock. Sent from my GeoCities webpage, Pierre. So thanks, Pierre.
Awesome.
Thank you, sir.
I'm glad someone appreciates Navy SEALs. We don't bring up Navy SEALs often enough. I feel like. That was one of the early classics, really.
Yeah,
like
it
one of the
was.
early ones we were like, yeah, fuck yeah, that movie. But that was also in the time where we were like, nothing tops RoboJocks ever.
Yeah,
So we were like, we can't give 5 stars to anything else. And
It's got Michael Biehn, Charlie Sheen, shrink to the size of a lima
Michael
bean.
Bean, Charlie Sheen, Tuscanini, Dacron.
Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, that's a Harry Connick Jr. song.
I like that Captain Jack better.
Okay.
It's my favorite Harry Connick Jr. song.
Captain Jack Sharkness.
Anywho, what else we got?
I think we got a voicemail from Steve like the Bird.
We do.
We do.
All right.
Hey, BMFcast, it's Steve, like the bird, squawk, and such. Now, I know you're always complaining that people call while they're driving. Well, I am not driving. Granted, I'm walking home from school, and it's basically the same kind of idea, but I'm not in a car, so that's something. I would just like to congratulate you guys on 250. That's a lot. Specifically, way more than you probably should have done. Seriously, I don't imagine anyone thinks they'll get to 250 of anything. I'll probably never get to 250 of anything. You guys are better than me. I don't know where I'm going with this. Hi, Garfield phone. How are you doing? You don't get as many calls as you should, and I feel bad because when I watch the live stream, I want to see your eyes open when they pull the phone out of your back. Yeah. Congratulations on 250, you guys. Keep on fighting the good fight. You guys are one of my favorite podcasts. You guys are the best at what you do. I'm not good at ending phone stuff. So
you hang up.
Crashenberg, peace out. Sent via my mouth.
Oh, way to redeem all of that, Steve. Way to redeem all of that. Thank you.
And you pull me back in.
Yeah.
You will do 250 of something.
Yeah,
LTB,
you totally will.
I believe in you. You will do. Just start with one step, and eventually you'll get to 250 steps.
I guarantee you've already like taken 250 breaths.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
you wouldn't
You
be
might-
alive.
Maybe you'll see 250 breasts. If that's the thing that you want
Breasts?
to see.
Sure, yeah.
Sure, yeah, you could do that. There's the internet for that.
Yeah.
Well, I meant more like in person.
Like in real person?
Yeah, that
Oh,
done like
well.
in an hour.
Yeah, I mean, depending on where you go. I mean,
Yeah.
Bing.
But, Steve, I'll be real with you for a minute.
Oh, dear.
If you want to get to 250 of anything, have good people to do it with.
Oh, yeah, I don't know how we made
It's
it.
tough to stick to 250 of anything on your own, but when you have other
Yes.
people and they're like relying on you to do that or anything, you know, or you're relying on them, it gets a lot easier to
How
be
the
consistent.
fuck did
about
we get to
things.
250 episodes?
Yeah,
I don't know
know.
either, but
This is pretty much
I just
like doing this by myself.
This is the first moment of clarity I've had in what, like 6 years?
are you finally sober again?
I don't know what did just happen.
My life.
I don't know how anything is.
No.
Wow, what a blur.
Yeah.
but no, I'm still every once in a while amazed that we're still doing it, that we've lasted this long.
I think we have a good time.
Yeah. Because speaking of that, we got an email from Scott. Scott 2. He sent this a little while back. We've been sitting on a while. But he said, origin story. Greetings, Casties. This is a bit different from the usual emails attempting to break you with puns. But as I always say, when there's a panda in the car, bear with me. Pandas are marsupials, god damn it.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No, they are
They're
not.
not
What the
bears.
fuck is wrong with you?
They're not bears.
You don't
Panda
know
bear.
science.
Nope, they're not bears.
Panda bear.
They're bears.
No, they're not bears.
They're classified as bears. Shut
3
up.
years ago, I moved to Delaware from Minneapolis when my wife took a job out here. Well, I now have a much deeper appreciation of the line, "Hi, I'm in Delaware." Seriously, you have no idea. I left behind a group of friends I've known for over 15 years, all of us movie, TV, and comic book nerds. It's not easy to re-establish a dynamic like that when you're, let's just say, over 35, but thanks to your podcast, I get to geek out about movies for a couple hours each week, and even participate in the conversation to an extent via email and the live cast. You guys have also started me thinking about creating a podcast of my own, mainly as a reason to hang out with my friends back home on a regular basis. I'm curious what inspired or motivated you guys to start the BMFcast, and how close the current show is to your original idea when you started out. Plus anything else you might want to share about your experience in creating the show. Also, do you consider Chuck your cousin Oliver? I have to run because the maintenance guy just showed up and my air conditioner loses its cool when it doesn't get fan service. It's got 2 away, sent via 2 cups connected by a string.
How did we start the BAMFcast?
I like to think of Chuck as our Raven Simone.
Aw.
Yeah.
Aw.
That's so Chuck.
Yep. Sweet.
How did we actually...
It was mainly Harlow's idea.
It was forged in the fires of a volcano.
Yeah. And only in that
Yeah.
same volcano can it be undone.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is why we made it to 250.
Yeah, because really, we don't have a fucking clue where that volcano was.
No, we were really drunk.
We were really drunk, and I don't know how we found a volcano.
Weren't we talking at work one day about, like, podcasty things? Like, I think a podcast would be cool. Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay. If, in full disclosure, it spawned around Rock Band. If nothing else, I mean, I think we've mentioned this before, but like it was us sitting around at Shiny Light Tea Straws playing Rock Band that spawned into us sitting around other places talking about random shit, and it was funny. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
we
and
thought we were
worked
funny.
together.
Yeah,
we thought we were funny. I mean, like, I don't.
We've been proven wrong time and time again.
Countless number of times we've proven that wrong. But yeah, it's somehow like it was like we should probably record this. It's sometimes funny. Mm-hmm. Especially if we edit it, it might be funny.
I think we were just like, maybe we had a movie night and we were talking shit and like, we should put a thing on the internet.
Yeah, I think we searched
Yeah.
for like what we had in common that we all enjoyed, and I don't know, somehow it fell onto movies first before video games, even if it was video games that essentially brought us together. But I don't know why.
Yeah, and I seem to remember us listening to video game podcasts at the time, like Idle Thumbs.
Yeah.
We listened to a lot. And
I think that was a big
Well, I mean,
sort of.
Well, no,
like-
I mean our sister podcast, No Quarters, wouldn't exist if Idle Thumbs hadn't gone on. They're taking their long break. You know,
Yeah.
the Nick Brecken break. I mean, because like it was like that was like
yeah,
that
because
was
one of their founding members moved across the country.
yeah, and
so
we were
they
like
said,
we were
"We're not
heartbroken.
doing
We
it."
were like shit. Like I don't know. Not that we can think we can fill their shoes, but you know, like, we got to get this out. You know, this part of us out onto
Yeah.
the world again. And at the time, we'd recorded some BMFcast episodes. We were like, we got this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
can
know
do
what we're
we can do
doing.
2 podcasts concurrently,
Why not?
and so now we've gone on to do way more episodes
Yeah.
than I think Idle Thumbs has managed,
Yeah.
at least on BAMFcast.
Oh, yeah.
But I do think that this is sort of. Admittedly, it's not as popular as I hoped it would be because I have some really huge debts that I was banking on.
Boy, did you put your eggs in the wrong basket.
Yeah, I own a large piece of Colorado at this point, and I don't know how I'm going to pay for it.
Move there and sell weed.
Yeah, I was too busy. But this is kind of, as far as like functionally and quality wise, maybe not listenership wise, and that's fine. I like the ones that we have just fine, and I don't need any more because you guys are great. But this is pretty much where I sort of saw things going, at least as far as our content and quality, because I think we do a good thing every week, and it sounds good, and it's it's funny. I mean, despite the fact that I say that we're not funny, I think we really are some funny gentlemen, especially me, and we're humble, especially me.
Absolutely.
But no,
I don't know. I think I'm
Yeah.
the humblest.
No.
I've got you beat in the humble department, my friend.
Well, I'm just glad that sound-wise and like technical-wise on all that, like Harlow figured it out pretty quickly. Like there's
Yeah.
really only one episode I think is Cool as Ice that just sounds bad, but we enjoyed recording that so much that we kept it because it had like the echo and there's all sorts of weird stuff.
Yeah.
But, like
This is why you don't
Harlow
take other
figured out
people's
that-
advice.
Yeah.
That was the problem. Is I went somewhere and listened to other people that said they knew what they were doing and it fucked everything up. And unfortunately, I wrote it to the masters and can't get it back.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, I'm still shocked that we only had one episode that we've tossed. You know, that we felt everything else had something good enough in it worth keeping. But really, I mean, as far as I recall, the way the podcast is now is pretty much how we envisioned it, where it was, we're going to watch a movie first half, and then we're just going to talk about whatever other movie-related stuff we want in the second half.
Yeah.
And we've been pretty good about, not going on too many side tangents about stuff that's not really related to what, people listen to us for. I guess, I know a lot of people like when we do the random stupid stuff, but I also like that's kind of ended up on the live stream.
Yeah.
You know, so if people really want to get it, like Pierre has an email about Miami Vice, which we had a whole thing where we talked about the premiere of Miami Vice that got cut from the actual episode, but it's on the live stream somewhere like in September. I can't remember which
Director's
one.
cut.
Yeah. So it's kind of nice to have that stuff out there because there were, early on there were a lot of conversations we had that just ended up being cut because we record for 2.5 hours. And they go, why the fuck do we have a 2.5 hour show? We only need like an hour and a half. So.
And sometimes I always look for points that I can trim down something, but sometimes the whole conversation has to go because, you can't come out of it. Like, someone will come out of it and go straight into something else. It's like, well, I can't. Mm-hmm. Editing's a weird thing.
Yeah.
It is.
But no, but I really like how the show sounds now. I really like the listeners that we have. Like, I think we're at the point where we don't have so many listeners that we get somebody telling us we're dickheads and we're terrible every week. Because when you get to a certain point and you're big enough, like every week you're going to get somebody who's like, what the fuck are you? Why are you doing this? Why are you so terrible? Why do you suck? Because the internet is inherently a shitty place. And I like that we just don't. We've had very little of that. And we've had it, of course, because we're on the internet and that's bound to happen. But, in general, we've had really awesome, smart, funny people that write in. And that's why I love reading so many emails because they make me sound funnier just because these people have written such funny stuff and all I have to do is read it. You know?
And like, in addition to that, our listeners seem to be good to each other, and that is a thing that I like. It's a small community, but we've managed to accidentally somehow create a decent community, and it's not like it's it's not like it's a utopian playground where every single person talks to each other and whatever. But people are good to each other, and I'm really glad that we haven't ended up in a place where people get angry and stupid.
It's dumb. It doesn't make any sense because we didn't. It's not like we actually created these people or did something, but it always amuses me when like somebody that I don't think they should know each other by any other means I see them talk to each other on Twitter or something, and I'm like, they obviously only follow each other probably because of co-listening or whatever, something like that.
That stuff is
Bringing
so
people
weird, and
together.
it's such a strange internet age only thing.
Well, I'm not trying to sound like full of ourselves. It's just like it dovetails off what you said, that the internet is an inherently shitty place. So it's like when we can bring people together to talk and not be shitty to each other, that's really rewarding.
Yep. Yeah, it's crazy. And even people like even like groups cross-pollinating between the video game podcast, noquarters.net, and this, the BMFcast, BMFcast.com, through like Twitter or whatever, I see some of those groups sort of spin around and spin together, and that stuff just amazes me that it happens. And it's awesome that people
it's still
talk
weird
to
me
each
when
other.
I see people like Ed, who I knew before we did the podcast,
Right.
is suddenly friends with all these people that I only know as listeners.
Right.
And it's like, that's the coolest freaking thing.
Yeah, or people are interacting with like Walt or somebody or whoever's like on the podcast here and there. It's like,
Yeah.
it's just fun.
Yeah, it's amazing, and so I thank you guys for listening and giving us a reason to come. I mean, we would probably, I don't know, if people weren't listening to this shit, I don't know how.
We'd probably still do it. I don't know.
I don't know if we would have made it to 250.
Maybe not. Yeah,
but you know,
I
I feel like there's a little bit of a sense of obligation to keep doing it, but not in the bad way.
It's not a time to make the donuts kind of thing.
Yeah, it's just like, hey, there are people who want this.
I still look forward to it every week.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm pissed when I have to miss it, and I'm pissed that I've missed it so many weeks. You know, because I think it was the first, 4 years I didn't miss anything.
Right.
And then just I've had so many obligations to things that that's the worst is when I can't be here, and then I listen to it, I'm like, oh, and I'm like, I'll watch the live stream, and the last one, Hide and Go Shriek, I watched the live stream on my phone while I was doing all sorts of housework, and I was like making jokes, responding to you guys without having even seen the movie. So
yeah, driving through the middle of Mississippi in the one episode I missed, I'm like listening to the podcast, and I'm like, I don't know, just missing out on that. As dumb as Bailey's Billion sounded, I was like, sad I missed that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's Canadian goofiness.
It was both Canadian and goofy.
Yeah.
yeah, but that's it's a good sign when I'm like, I'm mad that I missed out on conversations that you guys had.
Yeah.
That's a sign that we're going to be doing this for a while, I think, at least.
Well, and here's the thing: as an outsider to this group,
Yes,
looking in,
intruder.
I think that we enjoy doing this week after week because we are not we hate everything, fuck movies, Hollywood.
No,
can
I want to
eat my
like
ass
everything.
And, we're not doing that. We're picking movies that we want to watch for the most part. We're trying to find the good in things that are trying hard to be good usually, and it's different than a lot of other things that are done out there. Yeah. And I think that's a good time for us. I know for me it's stress relief. I know that I'm looking forward to this at a point every week where it's just like, I got to go hang out with the guys and laugh because I'm not doing much of that. So for me, I think it's kind of a positive thing that we do.
Sorry, we've been sharing our therapy sessions with you. Every week.
All of our problems melt away as we watch shark movies. So
pretty much.
But yeah, I think we do something different. I don't feel like we're doing the same thing that everyone else is doing.
So. Fair enough.
Yeah, and I like doing these theme months because I like that so many of the listeners have come up with them.
Yeah,
I think that's the fun part of it, and I just love finding that it's Harlow and Chuck find the majority of the movies that we end up watching. And I love when they find something that I've never heard of that's just like, holy shit, where did you get this? Harlow sat on Order of the Black Eagle for 4 months.
Too long.
Before he finally dropped it. And then I was like,
so bad.
And he wouldn't tell me what it was. He's like, you're not going to believe this. You are just not going to believe this movie when it shows up. And then when we finally got to watch it, it was everything that he had built it up to be somehow. And I love that there's tons of movies and I love that somebody sent us Roar.
Yeah.
And it's just like, holy shit, what
no idea. I've never heard of that movie. But
never heard of it, never heard a thing about it, despite having Melanie Griffith and Jan DeBont involved in it. But it's like, holy crap, this is ludicrous and amazing. And
yep. And it's funny, that movie is just now starting to get some kind of public awareness. I saw some links out on Twitter today where people were like, did you know Tippi Hedren and Melanie Griffith used to live with a lion? And it's like, so like
I've seen a couple of those popping up.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
it's starting to hit that sort of Miami Connection level of.
We get to feel like hipsters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We liked Roar before the world did. Nah.
We were terrified by the activities in Roar.
We were before everyone. We were into that B-Roar.
And that's the puns is what brings me back week after week is our shitty puns.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why we don't have more listeners.
Probably. Absolutely, yes. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I mean,
Punfcast.
we probably could be funnier if we were angrier at movies, but I don't think we'd enjoy doing this as much.
No, and
it's basically your point, Chuck.
You know, the times that we have lashed out at movies have been therapeutic as well, because fuck Theodore Rex, really, just son of a bitch dinosaur can go straight to hell, but I don't want to do that every week.
Yeah.
That's you start doing that and you're just looking for reasons to hate things. And I don't want to ever do that.
Yeah.
Nope.
So you guys want some stats?
Stats?
Stats.
We have stats?
You want to know how long? Not counting this episode,
Yeah.
but including spoil casts and
Oh, God.
fun stuff like when we let those guys sit in for us that one April episode.
That we did not let that happen.
Yeah,
that
the
snuck
Super
in.
Soldier special, all of them together.
Uh-huh.
Give me a guess. How many hours you think it is?
Hours. Oh.
How many hours you think it takes up?
Well, it's at least 250, but then more.
468.
Okay, we got 468 from BJ,
I'm
Chuck?
going to say 500.
500 from Chuck.
$1.
Yeah, I was about to say yes.
No, I actually have to go higher. I want to say it's actually probably close. I think it's over 600.
Man, you guys are way off.
Oh.
Y'all went way high.
Oh.
Really high?
If you count the live streams, maybe it's that, but it is
Oh.
362 hours, 50 minutes, and 19 seconds.
I had a 6.
Man.
But you went over.
Nah. Boom.
Yeah.
Oh, are we doing
I
closest?
should have done the $1. You always
Yeah.
go with the $1.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Wow, that's a lot.
1 hour.
That's a lot of entertainment.
Yeah, I mean, think about that. That is 15 days worth of.
God, you could listen to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
15 days.
That's why
Over-
people
over-
drive
like-
cross country and listen to our show.
Yeah, I don't know
You
why
realize that
I was going over that much.
Just hit play,
Yeah.
and 2 weeks later, you would still be hearing us talking.
Oh God, that would
Yeah.
be the worst.
Wow.
And you're actually probably guessing so many, Harlow, because of no quarters.
Yeah,
which
well,
is
just
like-
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are 4 hours every month.
Yeah. So that's.
Well, I was thinking
Look,
not like. Not
I've seen
quite-
a lot of hours.
Yeah.
It seems like a lot more hours to me. Because I see 2 to 3 times more.
Yeah.
Well, I figured like not quite 2 hours per episode. Yeah.
Some of the other ones were a little higher. This
Yeah.
one a little higher. But yeah.
Oh, the first one we recorded 8 times.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, we did record that a couple.
Little BMFcast history.
Yeah.
How many times did we do that? Twice.
We did it
really
twice.
only the second one.
The
That
The
was
second one, and the second one that we published, just
It sucks.
it wasn't as good because we had already used the jokes, and then we were trying to recycle the jokes.
We're
and
trying to
that
remember what
never
we-
works. So that's why we. And that's the other thing. I'm glad we don't like watch them and then come back later to record them and think up jokes and stuff. I still prefer kind of like I think we have a
You gotta
truer-
do it, yeah.
We have a truer reaction to the movie too, like a truer rating because we do it immediately after.
Yeah, we forget enough between the
Yeah.
5 minutes we walk from the
What do we watch
viewing
tonight?
room to the studio. I don't know.
There's some
Yeah.
days somebody will ask me the next day, "Hey, what'd you guys watch last night?" I'm like, "No fucking clue, no idea. I wasn't even."
It was dark. You couldn't see anything.
yeah,
There was
It was a
shark
dark movie with some shitty
there was
rubber
shark,
costumes.
snake, elf vision, something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, did we mention Shark Vision? Yeah, it's fucking
All right.
Shark Vision. Whatever.
Yeah,
So-
Shark Vision.
But
Snark
speaking
vision.
speaking of ratings,
Yes,
who do you think has the highest average rating?
Me.
me. Chuck.
Chuck does.
Oh damn it.
I'm a pretty happy guy.
I win
He
that
is
one.
1.8 jocks,
Yeah.
averaging everything out. Who,
Okay.
who do you think is second?
I'm actually not. I think it's me.
It's actually me.
Okay.
I'm at 1.6.
I'm probably last.
I've got negative over like the last 50.
I'm pretty
episodes,
sure BJ's
so
last.
Yeah,
I've
you-
probably broken that.
I've gone way higher. Like I
Yeah.
started out as being the guy who was lower on everything, and I've gone higher
I'm
since.
getting jaded. I admit it.
So between you two,
It's probably me is the lowest.
I think
fairly
BJ's
sure.
yeah,
lowest.
BJ's the lowest. Harlow's at 1.48, and BJ's at 1.29.
Yeah.
But I mean, think
On the
about that.
positive
That's
side,
really not
really?
that big of a difference.
That's still. We're all on the positive side. That's the
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
See, we
Yeah.
all like our movies.
Yeah, and we've gotten a lot more. We kind of know when something's in our wheelhouse or not.
Oh yeah,
Generally speaking.
yeah, yeah. We've fine tuned our interests. We don't really dive out of those very often.
Dive.
All right.
Sharks.
So I'm going to give you a list of all the 5 Jocks movies we've done.
Okay.
Like
This-
unanimous. Okay.
Yeah, unanimous 5 Jocks. Of course, Robot Jocks.
Here's a list, kids. Get
Yep.
get your pens ready.
Yeah, get your pens ready because these are all the movies. BMFcast seal of approval right here.
Yep.
But first one was and this is all in order of when we did them.
Okay.
First one's Robot Jocks, of course.
Fucking robot jocks.
Fuck yeah.
Is there a provisional Ricky O? Because didn't we say that we would probably go back?
We went back and gave it 4s. I believe.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, because we did go back and re-rate everything.
Sure. Yeah.
From before. We just never published them out. But yeah, I Come in Peace was the next 5 Jocks winner, followed by Arena, followed by Chuck's premiere episode, Deathstalker.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a long time between, wasn't it? Arena was like episode 20, wasn't it?
No, Arena was episode 43.
okay.
Deathstalker was episode 83.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, we went almost a year After that, it was Invasion USA 2 episodes later. Then 2 episodes later, Order of the Black Eagle.
Yes.
And then 6 episodes later, Hard Ticket to Hawaii.
Yeah, Cancer Snake.
And then the big opener to Blaxploitation History Month, Slaughter.
Oh,
It's unanimous 5 jocks. The Punisher from 1989.
Dolph balls.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of the Punisher.
Yeah.
Dolph Lundgren's
Thomas Jane.
birthday was just the other day.
Yep.
Well, Thomas Jane, we just had him.
Yep. Yeah. And The Marine also got 5 jocks unanimously.
Forgot about the Marine.
Unleashed his Mouster.
Yeah. Followed by Cyborg Cop. And that was close to a year later after that one. 3 The Hard Way got 5 jocks.
As it
Episode
should.
200 Action Jackson.
Yep.
And it was almost a year. Action Jackson and then Shark Attack 3 Megalodon last week.
Wow.
Was the newest one to get unanimous 5 jocks.
So I need to go watch that, huh?
It's a good time.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
pretty good. Plus, it stars Barrowman.
Yeah. I think it's over there.
Stars?
He is the star of the
Oh,
movie.
give me that movie.
I think we have a DVD.
Watch
set over
that.
there.
No, we don't.
We don't?
Nope.
Okay.
Is it on Netflix?
We'll get it to you.
Yeah.
I got to get a VHS.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
get you a tape machine.
Okay, I got to get a VHS
Yeah.
machine.
And then there's a few crazy ones like Samurai Cop and Action USA and and Stunt Rock that you would think were all unanimous, but they were all, one of us gave it 4s.
It's probably me.
It's,
Oh, don't
you
forget,
can blame him for Omega Cop.
I broke D-Wars.
Yeah, you broke D-Wars.
I remember that. I never lived that one.
I broke D.
Harlow broke Stunt Rock.
I broke Stunt Rock?
Yep.
Wow.
Chuck,
I regret
Chuck
that.
of all people,
I regret
broke
nothing.
Cyborg Cop 2.
It's not as good as Cyborg Cop.
That doesn't mean it's not 5 stars.
You're a loose
Sorry.
cannon. You're off the force.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
But yeah, so there you go. There's a whole bunch of movies we feel you should watch, no matter what.
Totally watch all of those.
Yeah. So, real quick, right off the top of your head, what's your favorite one? If you only had to pick one BMFcast movie, said, hey,
Well,
you can watch this, and that's it. Which one out of all of them that we've reviewed?
like I'm recommending to someone.
Like,
Okay, like recommending,
someone-
or I can wipe from my memory and watch for the first time again.
either one, whichever one you would say is like just your flat out favorite, and let's just disqualify Robot Jocks because
Fucking robot.
that's the easy
Well,
answer.
I-
But
My gut is that I want to say Slaughter because like I had no idea. Like I think of all of them, like that's just the one that was like hit me out of left field the most. Like I had no. I mean, from the blaxploitation movies I had seen, I wasn't expecting that was something that was that fucking badass, and you know all of them had just. I was expecting that like cheesy layer. That is a genuine good action movie.
Yeah. That's a good
Okay.
one.
Yeah.
Mac.
Chuck?
Oh, me?
yeah,
My heart's kind of with Deathstalker, just because just the whole experience of that coming in here and really just clicking with you guys and realizing, boy, this movie, there's something
it's-
really kind of disturbingly wrong with this movie, and yet it is so gleefully silly. So, I don't know if I would just hand out a recommendation to Deathstalker to anybody, but
They might look at you a little weird. The
a
next
little
day,
bit.
yeah.
But that movie was a good time, so I kind of have to go with that one. Pinball Summer.
Fuck off, Chuck.
fucking liar.
This is the panel where you die, Chuck. The goblin is coming in to drop you off a bridge.
Joysticks.
BJ,
Oh, man, don't make me pick.
choose your children
Sophie's Choice.
I know.
or your unwanted children.
I don't want children.
Sophie's
club,
no
buddy.
choice.
Shit, I don't know. I always I hate being made to choose favorites.
Okay.
It's one of the things that gives me all the pregnant pauses. Whenever somebody, well, what was your favorite so and so? I don't know. It's hard for me to categorically say this one thing is my favorite when there's so many options. I will go ahead and make a choice though, and I will pick I Come in Peace because it is one of the two. I barely remember this movie, and it was the one movie that I was like fairly confident in bringing to you guys, and knocked it out of the park, and
Yeah.
it's also got a guy running, just
Running through an explosion.
Yeah.
just running through an explosion
And killing
Like,
people with CDs.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
death by the early '90s / late
Nice.
'80s.
Maggie, did you answer this already?
Not yet.
Okay.
I could choose
Yeah.
Arena for the same reason, though.
I know, and
I've
that's
gotten
kinda,
a lot of mileage out of that, Steve.
I think I have
I
to
work with two people named Steve, and every time I leave them, I'm like, Steve.
Nice. I think I have to go with Hard Ticket to Hawaii
Mm-hmm.
because it has literally everything that we look for in these types of movies, all in one package. And the only one that comes close is Order of the Black Eagle, I think. But Hard Ticket to Hawaii is just
the Black
the
Eagle.
absolute complete package of everything.
Yep.
It's like if I wanted to if I wanted to tell somebody, I'm like, they go, well, I don't get it. Why? What do you guys watch? Like, why? What do you care about? And I'm like, this is everything. Like,
It kinda
here,
is.
Here is
Well, you
the
preface it,
cornucopia.
do you mind boobies?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all right.
Yep.
Here.
Yeah.
You know,
Here's everything we like,
Mm-hmm.
including boobies. And
I'm just saying, some people would be like,
no, I know, but yeah, if there's like a textbook definition of what we're about,
It's kind of all wrapped up in that movie.
you can kind of just play the trailer of that. And
Yeah.
do our own
Ticket
voiceover.
to Hawaii.
Yeah.
Cancer snake.
All right. So to wrap it up, I'm going to tell you all the 5 bags movies we've given. Luckily, it's only a few.
Okay.
It's way shorter than the 5 jocks list. But unanimous 5 bags. First one, of course, is Twilight.
Sure.
Second one is Forbidden Zone, which we actually hated more than Twilight. But next up, Theodore Rex, which a lot of people love that episode, but
Good episode, shit movie.
Yeah.
yep. After that, it was The Guyver. And our most recent one, over a year ago, Food Fight.
Oh, God.
For my money, Food Fight is the worst thing we've watched.
yeah,
Yeah.
pretty bad.
That's for my money. That is the absolute worst that we've dealt with.
Sorry, what?
Food Fight.
Food fight. Yeah. My brain's actively trying
Yeah.
to block that movie out.
Yeah.
So, do we have to pick one on this? Like, if we could roundhouse kick one into the sun or something? Like,
If you want,
Forbidden Zone.
really?
Yeah.
I would like to kick Twilight, but it'd have to take all of its sequels too. It'd just have to take that whole series and kick it into the sun. But that's not going to happen.
Twilight is less aggressively offensive, I think.
But I mean,
to
if
me.
we
To
can't
all
say
of my
robot,
senses.
if we can't say robot jocks, then I guess I can't say Twilight because then we lose our rating system.
Yeah, that
but
would
yeah, I mean, Food Fight's just so bad and nobody's heard of it. Like, I don't know what else.
people have started to hear about that. It's making the rounds now.
I guess for that matter, I'd have to say Forbidden Zone because there are people that claim to like it. So
Yeah.
I want to roundhouse kick it in the sun. I'm sorry for people that might actually like it or say
Yeah.
they do, but
I don't know. You put a Nazi allegory in your fucking commercialism kids movie. Fuck right off.
Sure.
Food Fight goes straight into the sun.
yeah, I'm with you, Chuck. Food Fight.
The people doing God's work who stole your hard drives were heroes, and you should have never tried to finish making that movie.
Agreed. All right.
Dumpster Baby, and there's a
We
comment on
didn't,
the
yeah.
live stream. We didn't finish Dumpster Baby.
we made it like 20 minutes in. We're like,
Yeah,
no.
and we
20 minutes?
This is incomprehensible.
we kicked Dumpster Baby into the sun before we could even rate it.
Speaking of, we still got to go back and watch those Juggalo movies.
Oh Jesus! What are you doing on the 14th of Never? No, we do need to
watching
get liquored
Juggalo
up and
movies.
watch Juggalo movies. But there comes a point, and when a movie is just too difficult to watch, that it's technically too difficult to watch. The sound was terrible. We couldn't hear anything that was going on. It was shot so badly.
It was like watching a crappy somebody's crappy home video.
Yeah, that was filmed at dusk.
Yeah.
It was just, with a broken microphone. It was scratchy and terrible, and so we just couldn't finish that movie, and that does not happen hardly at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. Well, now that we ended on some hate,
Also, fuck Twilight.
are we done? Is that the end of all of our stats? Are we read the back of our baseball cards now?
Anything else you want to know? Somebody has asked
did we
us how
start-
many. Scott in the live stream has asked us how many foreign films we've watched, and I don't have that offhand. I'd have to go through the list and count.
Yeah, I mean, Ricky O, as we stated. I mean,
Yeah,
we watched
there's like Ricky O,
Super
Vampiros
Inframan.
Lesbos.
Yeah, Super Inframan.
Yeah,
That one super rapey one.
Oh, the Super
Vampiros
Raven one.
Lesbos.
Yeah.
That's a
Hey, I take full responsibility for that one. I'm sorry. I told the backstory. Go back and listen to the episode. But I heard that soundtrack at a party, and I was like, "This is fucking badass. What is this?" And wanted to see the film for years.
Yep.
And yeah.
yeah.
that was a
It still has a great soundtrack.
Yeah.
that was especially funny for me because I had to take, like, I was going on vacation and still like wanted to participate, and so I took a DVD of it with me. And
that's right.
Yeah,
watched
yeah,
it
yeah.
on vacation. I'm like, I told
Oh,
my brother,
I forgot
like,
about
I gotta
that.
go watch this movie for the podcast. And so I'm sitting there taking notes and watching this movie, like in the bedroom, in his master bedroom, so that the kids wouldn't wander in and see whatever this lesbian vampire movie I was watching.
Sure.
And he was like doing laundry or something and comes in, he's like, "What the fuck are you watching?" I'm like, I really don't know. Sit down and watch a couple minutes with me. And he sat there for a few minutes, is like, I gotta go.
Also,
And
what we do. An example of what we do.
Yeah.
Here, want to be horrified?
Right.
How did like Deathbed not get unanimous 5 jock?
Because
5
I
bags,
believe
mean.
you gave it 4.
Really?
Yep.
So I run another thing.
Yep.
I was just thinking about like the shittiest things we've watched, and I don't know. Maybe I'm not going to go back and listen to the episode.
What was
but
the bright spot?
I
in
don't know.
Deathbed?
I don't know. I don't know.
This movie's not that bad.
Like I said,
Deathbed was just
I used to be positive.
so boring.
Maybe sometimes to a fault, but you know, yeah.
We have good and bad weeks.
We all have good and bad weeks.
I know I've ruined some things for you guys.
Pinball Summer. Yeah.
No, I brought joy with Pinball Summer.
Who? What? Who are you? Get out of my house.
Okay.
And also mine.
All right.
Are we done? Is that all the stats? We're all good?
Well, we're right at the 2-hour mark.
Yeah,
so we
that's
probably
probably
should.
Wrap it.
Let's go to 250.
No.
Okay.
That's a good
No,
idea.
let's, yeah,
I
let's
like
not
it.
do that.
Let's jam on it. Give me Chuck. We'll do it.
Okay.
Contact info?
Yeah, BMFcast.com. Find everything there. It's really that easy. There are 250 recordings of me saying this shit, so you don't need another one.
Yeah.
All right.
Fair enough. All right, let's get out of here. I'm Harlow.
I'm Mackie.
I'm BJ.
Chuck.
And this is BMFcast Out. I was trying to remember what my stupid sign-off was going to be this week. It's going to be pandas are actually bears, but I sort of forgot it.
Well,
To be fair, this is live stream chat stuff. Killing American Style, the first time I think was a VHS or a VHS
Yeah.
rip.
It was
Oh, yeah.
VHS
And,
rip.
And
That's why we didn't do it.
So they sent us not a Blu-ray, but DVD.
no, they sent us a DVD.
Yeah. But yeah, so it was like, okay, this is actually watchable because that first one was just like somebody forgot to turn on the Dolby when they
Yeah.
dubbed the sound. 'cause
It was like a
it was just-
PAL VHS, had like time code embedded in the audio.
yeah, it was like, okay,
Yeah.
I can take some of this, but
Yeah, and the Juggalo movie, Big Money Hustlers, we shut off. Dumpster Baby it was longer than 5 minutes, but we shut it off because we thought it was going to change and get better, and then it just didn't.
it started with like an outside scene, or like, okay, they probably just didn't know how to do this,
Yeah.
but then it was like inside, and it sounded like shit too, and I was like, all right, these fuckers don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
You know?
Was there anything else? Because we
were also getting
It was
liquored
also
up that night.
It was also it was terrible. It was shot bad.
And it was a double feature.
Double feature. Yeah,
Yeah, it was.
There's lots of reasons.
perfect
to kill
storm
it.
of
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
It was a dumb joke that turned into a bad thing.
We've all been close on vetoes, but sometimes we're sort of hesitant to speak up.
Yeah,
I think so.
We're not really like super confident about our veto.
She's like,
we treat it like the presidential
yeah.
veto. Like it could backfire.
Yeah.
Like next time, it's like Congress just ram something down our throat. We don't have a
Yeah.
choice.
Because there have been a couple movies we ended up enjoying that I know a couple of us were
Man,
like,
I'm
nah.
so glad we stuck with detention
Yes.
because I felt the veto coming.
Yeah.
But
The first 5 minutes was like, what? I don't even. Are they saying words?
Yes. It's teenagers speak.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Anyway.
All right. Well, shit.
Yeah.
It's after midnight.
Yep.
Oh, we
got
gotta let it all hang out.
Let's not be here. All right. Good night, everybody.
All right. Good night.
Thanks for joining us
Thanks
on
for listening,
250.
everyone.
We love all of
Bye,
you.
live streamy guys and girls.
Farewell.
Auf Wiedersehen, goodbye. We love you. Welcome to Costco.
Thanks for stopping by.
Stay classy.